anyone to call him Colonel?
Live on the internet.
No. Okay.
No.
Welcome back to the bad guy stuff. There's only 4 of us again. That can't possibly go wrong.
No. 3, actually. 3. I was counting myself.
Oh, yeah.
4. Yeah, there's only 3.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have the stealthy monk. That's,
That
don't
didn't hurt us
you
last
don't
time.
you
It's
don't ever
fine.
you don't ever need that for any sort of,
I'm
thief
sure-
shit.
Anything.
I'm sure the DM has been
I'm
kind
as
enough.
stealthy as anyone needs.
I'm sure the DM has been kind enough to scale down the encounters appropriately.
Of course, always.
So, with that being said, I've got my
Alright.
new character all planned out.
Yep. You've been saying that a couple weeks now, actually.
I got it. It's gonna be awesome.
You are set.
Yep.
All right. Well, you never know what happens.
Not like go on a suicide
I'm
mission
thinking
set to
Eldritch
get
Knight
there,
for
but
the next
man,
one.
Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
I haven't DM'd for one of those.
No, you haven't.
Nope. Okay. All right. So, in recap of our last mission, you guys were invited to the Winter Ball, where subsequently the queen was killed.
Uh-huh.
Again, nothing
Surprise.
ever happens bad at the Winter Festival.
never.
Never. The queen was killed. You guys framed a local noble woman who was
Noble-ish.
kind of a
Noble-lite.
bee. She was kind of a bee.
Like a
And so
queen
you
bee.
decided that she needed to be framed and successfully pulled off the frame job. Later on, finding out that the actual assassination was done by Theron, apparently
Yep.
on the side, and yeah. So
Yep.
there's that.
So there's that.
So there's that. Theron is nowhere to be found tonight. We'll call it a coincidence.
Yeah, that one.
We'll call it a
We're
coincidence.
just gonna hide over here until this whole thing blows over.
Yeah, you guys have your your tavern business, which has been pretty booming, I would say.
Nice. Booming
been-
even.
Well, it's been a solid little income, not only monetarily but also in information. A few little tidbits have led to a few more easy pickings robberies that you've been able to accommodate a little bit of wealth, a few more gem stashes that kind of keep building up and whatnot. So that adds kind of about 250 gold worth of just residual income to your tavern's profits, essentially. So how you guys divvy that up between the different owners, that's another thing. But the business side currently has an additional 250 gold profit.
Have we
It all goes into the syndicate.
there's this gym horde that we've come across. Has there been any like other particularly like noteworthy gyms? Not like
No, it's
super famous.
small stuff,
but okay.
It's small stuff. It's nothing like
Okay.
fist-sized rubies and
Right,
stuff
okay,
like
okay.
that. It's small
Just wanna make
small
sure.
gems that would be able to be sold off for
Okay.
a reasonable price.
Because anytime that happens again, I'm gonna make a fake replica and put it on the shelf next to the desert rose.
Yeah, no,
It's
nothing,
just gonna be like a glowy, a
nothing
growing
like the desert rose.
trophy case of fake gems.
No. Is there anything in particular? It's been a few weeks since your last mission that you were able to accumulate that. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do before kind of moving on with the next assignment from Ebonclad?
I'm still looking for ways to be less squishy.
Be less squishy?
Yeah. So I don't know how we can. I don't know what's out there. My AC is 13,
Can I-
guys.
Yeah.
Like it's
Josiah,
it's
can,
Yeah.
can I
bad.
get like a harness so I can like tether him to me?
I don't know how
Maybe
that
a
would help me.
backpack?
Just gonna carry it.
I'm a full size. I'm a real boy. Okay, you
I
can't
gotta
just put me.
carry you.
There's that for after I'm dead, so like you can just be like, okay, I got him. Don't worry, guys. So I'm probably gonna do some research about town and whatnot to try and find some way to maybe magically make myself harder to hit.
Okay. You are familiar with the Mage Armor spell, and know that it does exist,
Mm-hmm.
and know that it would probably help you in your AC.
I'm glad that my character knows what mage armor is.
Yes, your character definitely knows what Mage Armor is.
You know, it'd be great is if
you actually
the
knew what it
person
was.
playing the guy.
So Mage
yeah.
Armor, Mage
Oh,
Armor
yeah.
is it puts your base AC at 13 instead of 10, and then you add your dexterity on top of that. So what's your dex right now?
2.
So you would have then a 15 AC. So makes you a
It is
little harder to hit.
1, right?
Mage Armor is a level 1 spell.
Last 8 hours?
Yep. You can also, for a reasonable price, find scrolls of Mage Armor that would not consume a spell slot. They would consume the scroll itself. That would allow you to cast it as a one-time, thing. But you could carry a couple of those on you at once, and
could
pretty
I for
reasonably. Yep.
Could I, for a less reasonable price, find something in a jewelry form that would do such a thing?
A jewelry form?
Mm-hmm.
That would not be a less reasonable price. That would be it would be a less.
It would be a less reasonable price.
Yeah.
that whole negative.
Had it backwards. Yeah. For a less reasonable price, you could possibly find a ring of mage armor that would allow you to cast it, let's say twice a day.
And it doesn't have like a concentration or anything like
Trio,
that.
you said you want one of those? No, it wouldn't be concentration. It's a one-time cast, and then it's on you for 8 hours. Is how the spell works.
Okay.
I think it's 8 hours.
And that would put me at a 15, which
Right.
That's a significant improvement.
Yeah,
now,
and if I had a better dex, it would
note
also.
Note that it doesn't take into consideration any armor. So if you're wearing armor, mage armor doesn't apply to you.
Well, I'm wearing.
It's either mage armor or the armor you have.
Okay. So, I just don't have to wear armor, which I think would be better for my character anyway, because I've always like theme wise, like it doesn't fit. I've always got this. Okay, I will go out and try to acquire.
So you're gonna put out some feelers for like a ring of mage armor or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even
All right.
Ring of.
All right, we'll come back to that. Gareth, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go talk to my buddy in the city guard.
Okay, which buddy?
I forget what his name was. I had it written down, and then I can't find it.
Okay, is it Marcus?
Wait, like Robin Marcus?
Huh?
Marcus, the bard.
Oh no, no. He has a Marcus persona.
Yeah.
Yes. No, there's a
Look,
Marcus.
man, there's a lot of these.
Actual town guard Marcus.
I thought it was.
Okay.
I'm really just looking.
Captain of the guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
So he's kind of like a watch captain.
If he needs help training.
If he needs help training
any of his guards.
Oh, you're trying to be a consultant. You're branching out as a consultant.
Basically,
what you're saying.
I would like to gain a little extra money on the side.
Okay. Actually, he wouldn't say no to some sort of consulting with his guardsmen and extra training. Go ahead and roll me a what would it be? Something like teaching is usually going to be a wisdom type check. So let's call it let's just call it a wisdom check.
Okay.
And you can add your proficiency, so +3.
So I should No, I can't do a specif. Oh, I can do a specified. So
So
then,
it's going to be a D20 plus 4. Just roll that for me. Hang on, you rolled. Okay. 12, no problem. So you're able to they're not like the most skilled swordsmen and combatants that you've ever seen, but they're not by any means like newbies. They've definitely most of them have seen some sort of combat and know how to handle themselves. But you are able to successfully you feel like you've improved their training a little bit over the week session that you provided for some of the town's guard, and you end up pocketing 50 gold from it.
perfect. Thank you.
Trill, you have after the events of the winter ball, you were invited back to the room by the Baron. What was his name?
Arlos.
Arlos,
Fine.
yes. Yep, Arlos went. And you guys had a fun time, and he has been sending you messages since he went back. He's since gone back to his region and kind of assumed some duties. But he has been sending you letters every few days, basically, pretty consistently.
Of what variety?
Of any variety, but essentially he keeps asking you to come visit him. He seems to want to see you again. He can't seem to pry himself away from his current duties, but he does want to see you again at some point. And in one of the letters, he basically extended a invitation for you to come, for an extended period of time to his keep if you ever wanted to.
Okay.
But you have an admirer, and he's a baron.
Yeah. I was just wondering whether he was like trying to keep me on retainer,
No,
like my services, or like if it's gonna be a romantic endeavor.
he keeps like he's definitely they're not like not heartfelt messages. They're very he's infatuated on a romantic level.
Okay.
Um, he wants to keep that spark alive if possible. But that is kind of his thing. But he does keep like asking you to come visit if ever, and if possible anyway. Is there anything else you want to take care of? In the you have about 2 weeks of downtime.
Well, I mean, if there's an extra one of those mage armor
Rings.
rings, I would,
Actually, I'd like
I
to.
would take or like upsell, like
Literally take.
I would like to further. So I was looking around because I was like, ooh, mage armor. I was like, but that's like a level 1 thing, and we're already at level. Where are we?
Six.
7.
Yeah,
Six.
level
Six?
6. Level 6. Yeah.
6.
Level 6.
So it turns out there's this 3rd level spell called
Mm.
Greater Mage Armor. I would assume such a ring would cost more.
There's a greater mage armor spell.
I actually didn't know that.
AC becomes 16 plus Dex
I know that
mod.
there was like stone armor later
What
on.
level spell is that?
It says 3rd.
3rd level spell, greater mage armor. Is that legit?
I'm on D&D Beyond. Like, I don't know how to get more
Clearly,
legit than that.
that has got to be a good one.
I don't know how to send. How do you start it? I don't know how to send you the link.
Hang on, don't. So I don't have it is nowhere in the handbook, Xanathar's Elemental Evil. There's no greater mage armor spell.
Yeah, but it's D&D Beyond, man. Like, that's got to count.
Literally,
It's
literally
not
beyond
true.
D&D.
That's not true. There's a lot. Yeah, see, look at the breadcrumbs on that link. It's homebrew spells.
Oh, well, I just was typing stuff.
Yeah, you were.
I was just. Well, no, because I found something like that for Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And then I went down and I was like, oh, D&D Beyond. I was like, well, look at that too.
No,
because
you can do a lot of homebrew stuff on D&D Beyond still.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and this is.
Well, screw those guys.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that's not happening.
There's a level 4 spell called Stone Skin.
Stone skin makes you super durable, but that's level 4 spell.
Again, I'm paying to put this into a ring. Like I I just want to try and get.
The ring itself is quite expensive.
Great.
So it is about 5,000 gold.
Oh my god. Well, hang on. Oh crap. Well, that was fun. That apparently hurt so bad it broke my internet connection for a second.
Oh, you did?
I don't know what happened. Like it just like everything just went away.
Oh yeah, I see that now on the Twitch stream.
Okay, hang on. I gotta put everybody in their proper corners again.
Get into your corner, damn it.
So my other question would be, I can see that chat on screen. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was. We weren't hiding that from you, Madman. It's cool. Everybody say hi to Madman. He's the guy that makes sure that my Starfinder campaign doesn't fucking go off the rails.
Oh, that's good.
On a regular basis because he's.
But his name is Madman.
Yeah. We don't.
Hey, that doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Yeah, right.
Is there also one of the items that I did look up? Where do you go? You go in that corner. That I do remember looking up was a like a ring of shielding.
Sure, ring of shield. I don't remember what that.
But I don't think that would have to put me back in armor.
I would imagine it's just the shield spell.
It's the shield spell.
Yeah. So shield's different than mage armor, but
right. I don't know enough about spellcasters, man. I hit things for a living in every other game. Okay.
That's
I hope the. Okay. Oh, I think that's.
So yeah, magic items that have like a on use spell attached to them. 5 usually.
Oh my god! What is going on? Alright, hard freaking reboot.
Calling him now.
I don't know what is going on.
I don't know.
Everything it just keeps like it crashed. That was like unexpected error. Sucks to be you. Good luck.
Right. Okay. So I don't think you have 5,000 gold right now on you, but I could be wrong.
I mean, you don't know. I don't know how much money I have. You can. I mean, feel free to look that up for me. I'm trying to fix the video for the stream.
According to your character sheet, you have 2,800 gold.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. You're about halfway there.
Would I also be living on a prayer?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You would be.
Okay, there we go. I think I fixed it. Looks good. Okay, let's hope it doesn't fuck off again.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where we'll leave that. The ring of mage armor is going to have to wait for a little bit.
How much bar funds are there?
Right now, there's about 500 gold's worth of bar funds.
You made it sound like we had much more money than this when we started.
You
like,
had 250 from last session.
You've had
and
gyms and
session.
robberies, and you've got 500 gold.
Yeah. There's operating costs for the bar. It's not all just
Jesus.
profit.
Fucking, what's her name? Pours heavy, and she needs to calm the fuck
Sounds
down.
like we need to open up a new branch.
We're gonna expand the bar.
Actually, I do need you guys to roll.
Oh, shit.
Robin, I need you to roll me D100 percentile die,
Oh, shit.
please.
Who we gonna die?
Probably.
Just right off the bat, you're gonna die. 66. Yeah, you probably dead.
Percentile dice are never good.
Armed robbery. We're all drugged. They slit our throats.
No. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now. But
that's not good. That doesn't
good to know.
tell us what it is. In case anybody was curious, that's a bad thing.
I wouldn't say it's neither good nor bad, but it's definitely a thing. It's just a thing.
Who's the girl that runs the bar for us?
What's
Sorry,
that?
I'm having trouble understanding right
Jesus.
now. Please try a little later.
Okay, I said I said Lexa, and then my computer was like, "I'm sorry." God damn.
I don't know who runs the bar for you guys.
What's her name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Something weird.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Kalen?
No, it's when
Yeah.
they tried to kill you.
Kalen was the guy you killed.
Oh, yep.
Facile.
Kalen was definitely the guy who killed Sweet. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Facile. That's why it sounds weird, because the name it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna rename her like
Seal?
Jimmy. Facile.
Was that the name?
It is
yeah,
Facile.
Was the
It
name?
is Facile.
Yep. That was the name.
100% sure of that. I wrote it down.
100%.
All right. Well, okay. So 5,000 for that ring. So it looks like I'm just stuck being squishy.
Well, you're a bard, so that happens. You
Yeah,
could for
13.
about 1,500 gold, you could get yourself a, because right now you have leather armor, correct?
I think I have studded leather armor.
Right. Well, studded leather maybe.
Uh.
Well, let's see.
Oh no, leather. I have leather armor.
Yeah, so you have leather armor. You could probably get yourself like a +1 leather armor for about 1,500 gold.
No, we'll just hold off for the ring. That's going to be the better investment. And people are just going to have to stop letting me die.
He's not frozen.
Just for me.
Just for you.
What?
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
funny.
I have. It says Triel's recovering lost connection.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, go for
she's
it.
gone.
Yeah, there she goes. That's probably gonna mess up everything on your stream.
Probably. Going off
All
to a
right.
grand start.
Yeah, we're doing good so far. We're doing good so far. We've gotten absolutely almost nowhere, but we've had lots of problems.
While we're taking this break, I'd just like to remind everyone that you can subscribe to this channel with Twitch Prime for free once a month. It's easy to do.
Right.
I feel like such a whore. But it pays for my Fantasy Ground subscription, so thank you for that, guys.
Yeah, there's that.
Character appropriate drink still.
Does not pay for mine. All right, so here we go. Your 66 roll. You are going about your business at the bar, and in walks a, I would say a seasoned individual, carrying a longsword at his side. A shield
Okay,
on
a
his
he.
back.
Because if he is a seasoned
He.
individual, it's very much than if she is a seasoned individual.
Yes, no, different.
There's two different connotations.
He.
Old
He.
Spice.
He. And he walks up to the bar. You're sitting kind of back doing some book work or whatever, some busy work. And you hear him talk to Facile, and he says, "Hey, can I see the owner of this place, please?" And she kind of gives you a little bit of a glance, but doesn't want to.
Yeah, she knows. She knows not to like just throw me out there like
right.
that.
She said, what can I help you with? And he's just like, well, I've been here a couple times, and you do recognize the face. He's been in the bar and been a patron, 3 or 4 times in the last probably month since it's been open. He says, well, I want to offer my services. I've seen a few fights go down here, and I think I could definitely help in that matter. I'm very well versed in combat, and I could make sure that this bar and this establishment stays safe for everybody. But I would like to see if he'd be interested in my services. And she kind of stares for just a second. She says, "Well, I mean, he doesn't. I'm not sure if he's interested in any extra help right now. We're just getting started, but I can definitely run it by him. And why don't you stop back tomorrow and we'll discuss this a little bit more. But he's not here right now.
Am I anywhere near?
Yeah, you'd be maybe just around. It's kind of your base of operations, so you guys are all kind of in and out and whatever.
It's safe to say you would be there.
It's safe to say you'd be there, or
What? You said he looks seasoned. Is he human?
Yeah, he's human. He is probably in his late 40s. He's got some scars. I mean, this is fantasy times. People living to 50 is
Right.
impressive.
I mean, that's very fair.
So he's got scars. He's got a big scar along the side of his face. He's definitely seen some battle. You can tell he's seen some battle, or whatever. And people that usually make it out of wars is they're usually pretty decent.
So I recognize that I've seen him around the bar.
Yeah, he's been around the bar. Just kind of a patron. Nothing really jumps out as far as any incidents or anything, but he's been there.
Have we had any fights gone sideways that we haven't been able to contain?
Well, you guys aren't there all the time, so it's not necessarily you guys being able to maintain them. Anything that goes down while you're there is fine. You guys are more than capable of handling it. Facile, on the other hand, she's got some combat training, but it's hard to be a bouncer / bodyguard and a bartender at the same time. There's a lot of stuff going on for one person to take care of. So there's been some fights that have broken out. Maybe some people have gotten hurt and whatnot. But just to keep up appearances, it's up to you as far as what you guys want to do. So he goes away, and Facile informs you of everything he said, and you heard everything. But so Robin, what do you want me to do? I could use the help, and but I'm not the one that would have to.
Good help is just terribly hard to find unless they're indebted to you for their life. I mean, now granted, we're kind of at a good place now, but like when this thing started, it was a much shorter leash, and I feel like
no, and I understand.
You've got this trust, so I don't have to just constantly threaten you with death. But I just hate new people. Tell you what, let's see what happens when he comes by tomorrow. We'll give it a shakedown, and we'll see.
Should we set up like a test?
Yeah, he's old.
I was thinking about just fighting him right there, then and there.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. Yeah, I like you fighting him, and he doesn't know like who any of us are really, probably. Right. So we'll just have Gareth get in a fight with somebody tomorrow, and we'll see how he handles himself.
Oh, okay.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, because we don't want somebody that's just gonna, start swinging swords at the first, little scuff.
He's 40. Really... He's old. I don't know how I don't know how much he's gonna really be helpful. Like a deterrent, maybe. But then, like if things go off the walls, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, back over in my day." Like, I can't.
He's not that old.
He's seen better days. Probably days in which he got paid. So, all those days would be better days for him.
I mean, he seems respectful enough, which hopefully indicates he won't escalate things if it comes to that.
I'm going to, at this moment, probably cut the conversation. Sure, I don't want this guy to get away. Because I'm going to probably shadow him a little bit and just see kind of where he's going.
Okay. All right. So make a stealth roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Somebody else is supposed to be doing this.
If only you had a monk that had like a +10 stealth.
Got a 10.
So stealthy.
All right.
Worst he's going to do is catch me. He still doesn't know who I am. Oh, man, that is delicious. Nothing like Smarties and martinis that's just the height of classiness right there.
Are the Smarties in the martinis?
No, I didn't make a Smartie martini.
It's called a Smartini.
It's martini.
Awesome.
That is exactly what that's called.
So 10 stealth. You are pretty sure he knows you're there.
That's fun.
You're being sneaky, but you're not too sneaky. You're like, he's definitely seen me once or twice now.
Yeah, that's fun.
Probably knows I'm tailing him.
Still gonna do it. See what happens. I'm not gonna be like,
Yeah. So
Ninja smoke.
he goes to a few different places, and he jumps in a few different bars, has a few drinks, just kind of hangs out, and then he ends up looping back to his house. Um, Sort of peeking in the windows, you can see seems like a pretty normal guy. He's got a family. Looks like he's probably just trying to look for work.
All right. Oh, can we get a rest?
Yeah, no problem. Let me pop that
Yep,
up here.
put your hands in the air.
So late.
It was so bad.
Really was.
I dig it.
I got a head shake from Jesse though. Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Okay. All right, you guys got a long rest. But yeah, he seemed. I mean, nothing shady. He wasn't really associating with anybody that you would consider, that you have any like known knowledge of. So they're not that shady. Yeah, looks like a pretty normal person, just looking for work.
Okay. Hang on a second.
We could test run him for a couple nights.
I don't need you test running anyone, Trio. I think we all know, like, that's not going to help anybody. You were. Look, just from the previous conversations, I mean, it's probably safe to assume that my brain would go. Okay. I see what you mean, though. Yeah. So.
All right. So we'll leave that where it's at for now. You guys do get a request from Reese to meet you guys. He says that he'll actually come to your bar at this point. He feels pretty comfortable.
All right, he's making house calls now. We're moving up in the
calls.
world, boys.
Yeah, he is making some house calls.
All right. Well, I just tell you, just send the response if you know. Yeah, man, swing by whenever. Beers.
Yep. So he stops by one evening. It's middle of the week and it's late, about 11 o'clock. So the bar's pretty dead. He walks in and he's got a smile on his face. He says, "Hey, how's it going, guys? I haven't seen you for a little while. Anyway."
Yeah.
It goes.
Good.
Looks around the bar. He's like, first time been in here. It's looks really good. I'm impressed. This is not a normal place that you'd have in the slums.
Well, it's kind of like trying to raise the property value of the surrounding area, maybe a little bit.
That makes sense.
As you do. So.
Well, I'm happy to tell you guys that the guild has been pretty impressed with you guys. You guys have done some solid work, and they're very intrigued. Every sort of test that they've thrown your way, you guys kind of come out on top somehow. We're not sure how, but you have a few of the higher ups confused as far as how you pull some of these things off. But the results are what matter, and that's kind of what they look at. This is they're very impressed with your team.
Are we at the point now where they're going to admit that they tried to kill us at least several times by sending us on these missions? Or are we not that far yet?
Well, I would never say that they tried to kill you, but they do want to test limits. I will say that there's no vendetta against you.
Right. Not like in a vengeful way, just like I wonder if kind of way.
Well, that's pretty normal. I would say that is probably true for every team.
All right, cool, good to know.
They like to push boundaries,
gather information,
see how you handle yourself. Someone who's not able to handle themselves in a situation like that. If they no longer exist, then that means they probably weren't worthy. So it's just part of the job. So but they do actually have a new mission for you guys. This should be interesting, to say the least.
Awesome. Well, I just hope we don't have to sneak into anywhere. What do you got for us?
What if you do have to sneak in somewhere?
Well, much like has happened in the past, the expert at that particular situation is, he's doing something. So, But, I mean, what do you got? I can probably find a way.
So, I mean, you could probably do this without sneaking in somewhere. So they want to bring you into sort of the recruiting loop that we have.
Oh, okay, okay.
And we have a particular person, and this team got chosen for a specific reason. Robin, you have some slight history with this person, with this individual,
Mm-hmm.
and so that could come in handy in this situation.
And well, what person would that be?
So do you remember a person named Lexa from the ball?
Oh yeah, much more recent than I thought. I was getting ready to pull out the notes like shit.
No, very very recent. I'm
Oh.
not sure if you have any history with her previous to the ball, but
Not that I can remember, but you know, a man
yeah.
drinks.
at the winners ball, she caught our attention, and we started sort of investigating her the last couple weeks.
Mhm.
She got his attention too.
Hey, yeah.
Maybe, but that's kind of why we're going down this path and not choosing a different team as
Mhm.
well. But she works at the All Rise, which it's been very difficult for us to recruit people from that organization. They're usually very very loyal, we'll say, to their
Seems
place.
like a very locked down group kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she would be very useful. She's from what we can tell, she's one of their top researchers, and having her intelligence and her expertise in certain magical aspects would be beyond useful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to recruit her, and we want you guys to see what you can do. So it's a difficult, it's a slightly difficult task. The reason being, first of all, All Rise is not known for their publicity, so getting into there to even speak with her is going to be difficult.
Mhm.
So what you're telling me is she's alive?
Yeah,
she's alive. Yeah.
Okay.
We had no reason to think she would not be alive.
I mean, she got hauled off to that room with the other people that were
Yeah, I mean, but that was
questionable.
before we planted the evidence on the one lady that got her arrested.
Right. Just checking.
Yeah, no, she's alive and well. Very,
Okay.
very, very alive and well.
She seemed resourceful.
Yes, she is. Again, one of the reasons we like her on our side.
Mm-hmm. No,
Not only for her intelligence, but just for her knowledge of the All Rise itself.
Mhm.
Any information we can get on them is always useful.
Right.
So there's a few things that we've scoped out as far as potential weaknesses that could possibly, and a lot of this is left up to your discretion. But we do our due work as far as research, and she has a very strong connection to her mentor. And she has a very strong pride in her work. We've found in the past that taking away something that somebody holds kind of
Oh no,
dear,
yeah,
and
no, I'm tracking.
what is based on their, they kind of base their morals around. Taking that away leaves them in a kind of a spin in some cases. That makes them easier to, persuade to certain viewpoints. You guys can do what you want, but
you're not necessarily recruiting.
Are we recruiting for
that I'm used to?
Yeah, are we recruiting like come play on our side, or recruiting as in like we're turning her into an asset? Like
no, come play on our side.
Okay, all right.
We want her fully fledged in the guild and working for us. She would be valuable as an inside man. I think she would be more valuable as an actual member.
Okay.
So, worst case, if you can somehow convince her to be an inside man, that would be great. Not ideal, but
I would just assume that based off of all the hand waving that goes on in that building, that would probably be extremely difficult.
Right.
This is Lexa.
All All right. So from what you guys know of the Ulrise, it's this complex in the middle of Kintala. It's one of the cornerstones of the city itself. Um,
Mhm.
It is the highest point in Kintala. There's a very large tower. Surrounding the tower are different. It's kind of like a whole walled-in complex. It's sort of a wizard's academy of sorts. So there's classrooms, there's quarters, there's all these different laboratories, things like that. But the main spire is where you go when you've kind of graduated from an acolyte to an actual member of the order is what they call it.
Mhm.
The higher your status is in the tower, the more powerful you usually are. So the most powerful wizards in Kintala are pretty much in that tower towards the top. From what you can see, it's probably 6 to 7 stories tall.
It is a literal. It's a literal corporate ladder.
It is a
The people
literal
at the
corporate
top are
ladder.
the most
Yes.
powerful. Got it.
Yes.
Do we know?
Hey, Trill, I dare you to stash the stone on the top level.
Don't do that. Okay, two things.
She says
One,
Says no.
two things. First thing is, Reese, do we know what kind of? I know you said research, but do we know what type of magic she practices by any chance?
From my understanding, her specialty, and she's good at most magics, but her specialty is in conjuration.
Conjuration. Secondly, are you drinking out of a paint can using a candy cane for a straw? Because that's what it looks like. Okay. I hadn't seen the handle yet, and it was really close to the camera one time, and I was like, is that a fucking paint can? Oh, nice.
Nope.
Okay.
But my straw is huge.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Just
what I'll
wanted,
say.
just want to make sure.
Well,
Okay.
I
So.
have proof, so.
All right. There is so conjuration magic. Is there anything you could tell me about like what you might want her? I mean, recruiting is a powerful thing to do, and it takes some time. I mean, I don't think it's nothing that we couldn't pull off. Would you be able to give me kind of like what you're looking for her to do once she comes to the side of the fence?
I would like her to continue her work. Essentially, I would like her to just not do the work for the All Rise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She the research work that she's doing.
Correct.
Do you know what she's currently researching? Or is it just you just mean like in general?
Not that I know of specifically.
Okay.
Word is she's working on research of a certain spell that could be beneficial to us in the future. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so a little bit of cloak and dagger going on. Got it. That's all
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
I get it.
I don't
part of
know
the job.
anything either.
I get it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, part of the job. No, I get it. Just want to make sure. I want to make sure I have, what I, what my cards are, so I know how to play them.
Right. So she's working on something that the guild thinks she's going to complete. From my understanding, that she's going to complete, and they would rather her not complete it for the All Rise.
Do we know? Is there a timeline on this completion? Is she super close to it? We don't know.
It's hard to say.
Okay.
Research is fickle that way.
I completely understand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The mentor. Do we know who the mentor is? The name of the mentor. Mentor's name.
We do. His name is Vial Ornbrook.
Oh Jesus, Vial. That looks like Vile. There's no way that I'm gonna write that name.
There's an E at the end of Vial.
Okay, got it. Normbrook?
Ornbrook.
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 And he is a high master in the All Rise.
Got it.
That's her mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably why she's risen to the ranks that she has so quickly.
Yeah. Jonathan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we can't get this done for you. Are we in any kind of rush here? Do I have time to work? Because,
Sooner the better, but, you can definitely prep and
Okay.
kind of work your way however you'd like
Right.
to.
And this isn't going to just be like a show up and hey, by the way, come play for us now. That's not going to
No,
work.
I
you know,
mean,
it's gonna
I
have to
think
take
that would
some-
probably fail.
Right, right. Good.
Just
Glad,
so we're
glad we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
Reese, I knew why. I mean, you're a smart man. That's why they hired you. So, all right. Well,
Any other questions for me?
standard compensation applies at the end. I'm taking it.
Oh, of course. A little bit different compensation applies in this case.
Oh, so not standard. So what's the non-standard compensation?
I mean, you'll get your standard compensation, but in recruiting, you also get a slight cut from any of their payouts.
Is the Ebonclad a pyramid scheme?
It's not really a scheme.
It's called a multi-tiered marketing approach.
Yeah, it's multi-layered marketing. We like to think of it as. But you do get a slight percentage.
I have a little bit of exposure to that.
Your main income would still be from you performing missions, but there's a little kickback for you for the missions.
I mean, what if we got a whole bunch of recruits?
Well, they would have to be vetted by us first. We don't really.
I like how we
match
were just
recruit.
all like, "What the shit?"
So there's the payout for the mission, of course, and then there's just a little kickback if she completes her tasks that we give her.
It is quite possible that my internet cut out. Just so you know.
I still hear you.
Okay.
Also hear you.
I've got an emblem that says otherwise on my router, so
Well,
it may take it a minute.
So we're good.
Just so you know, and just so the internet knows. So far, so we're okay. It could have just been a little blip.
Okay,
all right.
so yeah, it's a little bit different compensation. There's
Got
a
it.
little kickback. Again, recruiting is not something that just you go out and do.
Right.
It's something that's assigned to you.
But it's a benefit and to being successful at it. I get that.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. All right. Skin in the game, so to speak. I like it. Makes sense. More incentive to not suck at the thing that you're trying to do. Okay, well, what do?
Do you have anything else for me? Otherwise,
Well,
I'll
that's
take
what I
off
was-
and let you guys
Yeah, I
have
think.
with your creativity.
Yeah, I think due to the
Does she
nature.
have family?
Wow, Gareth.
That's the question I
That's some
said.
dark shit. You go just straight to the killer family. Huh? All right.
She doesn't have an immediate family. She has from my notes here, her mother and father are passed away. She is a tiefling, so there's that. They kind of keep a close, kind of a close knit group with the other tieflings in the community. So if you want to consider that family, I guess, but
Then I do have a question. Are the quadruplets anywhere in town right now?
Since it's a close knit community.
I don't think they're in town right now.
Okay. If they come in town, just let me know because I might have to change the approach if that happens.
Okay.
I just want them to stay the fuck away. But if I don't get that option,
Because we get that a lot.
yeah,
We get that a lot.
okay.
But I mean, their methods work somehow.
No, yeah, I mean, if you just want it dead, they are the people to call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just it's like to try and do it with a little more finesse. But anyway,
If we want finesse, we call you guys.
exactly.
If we want things just dead,
They are probably the team to go for that. And then I think due to the nature of the job, I don't really have any requests of equipment or anything that I can think of that I'd need. Gareth, you got anything you need? Yeah, Gareth doesn't need anything either.
No, I'm good. I got my sword.
Yeah. So all right.
and he turns to you, Trill. Trill, how's that gym going?
Good.
Good.
It's
like
fine.
like the paranoia of it.
I'm gonna grab it. And my side.
I just point to the wall. You mean that gym up there? The one that's I mean it's it's a thing.
You just have it right out in the open like that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna believe that we actually stole the Desert Rose and put it on the bar in a slum in Kantala?
I guess you have a point there. I mean,
Pretty
I wouldn't
sly.
believe that. I wouldn't believe that.
Exactly.
That's hiding in plain sight. It's worked before.
It has.
Very good. Very good.
Also, I can use that my desert rose as the mage armor vessel.
You can. Yes. You can.
I'm gonna do that.
Because it can hold a spell.
Yeah.
Wait, it can?
Yeah.
My
Yes,
God.
it can. It can. Her desert rose can hold a spell for use.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
that's fun.
What we'll say is that is if you'd like, that will be the one spell that's just kind of default stored in there. If you wanted something different, make sure you let me know.
Yeah. Can do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that.
Can do. Not
With
going to
plen-
change.
and-
Always
and-
going to be that.
It will be after a long rest is when you can store a spell in there. So you'll have to let me know at the long rest and not like 2 seconds before you use it. Be like, oh, by the
Oh,
way.
by the way.
So,
Correct. I got
just so we're on the same page. All right.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, no problem, Reese. I'll let you know as soon as we get the job done.
All right. Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a message and we'll discuss.
Always do. Send
But
a
yeah, good
picture.
luck. If you do end up going into the tower, because that's where she works, I mean, just be careful. It's a wizard tower.
Yeah.
I've heard some things.
I mean, that seems like a terrible idea, to be honest with you. I'm going to try and do this without going inside the terrible Death Tower, if that's...
I didn't say Death
don't-
Tower. I mean,
I said Death
Yeah.
Tower.
I know.
Completely
I know.
okay saying that.
I said Wizard Tower. I'm just
Mhm.
saying. I've never heard of somebody like dying, but I'm just saying.
You never
Heard some weird things.
of somebody
You haven't heard of
dying.
them. I mean, a lot of people
Weird
haven't...
things.
Weird things.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
All right, sounds good.
I get
Alright.
uneasy when Robin does his little hand wavy shit.
All right.
It's because that's because
so
it's
he
normally.
takes off. He exits the bar. Is there something specific you guys want to do?
Well, we need to wait to see if our bouncer guy who wants a job comes back.
Okay. Next day
Because-
rolls around. If you want to go to there, and he does come back.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the approach. I'm just gonna kind of see how things. Me and Gareth will just be like over in a corner, just like having a drink or something.
Okay. And he walks in and kind of walks up to the Facile at the bar. I'll let you take care of Facile's side of this, but Robin, you can take care of Facile's side of this. But he says, "Hey, I stopped in here yesterday. I'm not sure if you remember, but I was asking about a job."
No, I definitely remember. Just the guy who runs the place just stepped out. If you just want to have a seat, just be handy, and then when he gets in, I'll let him know that you're here.
All right, sounds good. Sounds
And
good.
then
I'm
she
probably-
will kind of purposely. How busy is the
I'm
place
I'm
right
gonna
now?
reach across the table
It's
and
mid afternoon.
grab Robin by the collar.
Yeah, we'll
It's
get to that.
mid afternoon. It's not super busy,
Okay.
but there's probably 5-6 people in the bar.
Okay, so Facila's gonna purposely just kind of disappear, like go back into the storeroom or
There's
something.
a back kitchen.
Yeah.
There is a back
Yeah,
kitchen.
she's
so,
gonna she's gonna go back there saying something like, "Yeah, I'm getting the food. Hang out," and go back there and act like
Okay.
she's good because she knows like this is all gonna
She's
go
got-
down, and
she's got it
we're
going
gonna
on.
see how this guy plays out if something were to happen.
All right,
So, okay, jump to Robin.
Garrett, what are you doing?
I'm reaching across the table and grabbing Robin by the collar. I'm
Oh.
literally pulling him across the table.
All right, make it
All
a
right.
grapple
As,
check. So
as I'm reaching
athletics.
across, I'm like, "We're gonna
But
be
actually,
fine."
if it's not opposed, then you just succeed.
Yeah, no, we're gonna let this
Yeah,
happen.
we're just playing it up.
Yeah.
So you guys instigate a fake bar fight. Make a performance check, both of you.
I'm going to use minor illusion when appropriate to make like loud knuckles on skin sounds and
sure,
just like
All right, with
Yeah.
advantage. You
Um,
can roll performance
ooh.
with advantage.
all right, good, because I'm not really a performance person. I know y'all think that's funny, but
Watch the +8 come out.
+5. Nailed the 20.
All right. So 20 and a 12. You guys are pretty spot on. Any slack that Gareth gives in the performance, Robin, you're able to make up for.
To be fair, I'm the
you
one that has
guys-
to act like he knows how to fight in this situation.
You guys start getting into some words at first, and it starts to escalate from there. Fake escalate.
Right.
As soon as it starts to escalate a little bit to where you guys would be throwing punches, it's about at that brink. He seems to step in and he says, "Hey, what's going on here? I mean, it can't be that bad."
This guy slept with my sister and then ran off for like 6 months and comes back here and now he's married and shit. Just acted like belligerent, drunk, and ready to roll.
I mean, I was just asking if he's okay with this situation. Not that I actually care anymore.
How could anybody be okay? And just gonna start like leaning into it and trying to, fight against
He puts his hand on your chest. He's trying to kind of keep you separated a little bit. You're just throwing these half drunk swings. He says, "Hey! I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable situation here. Why don't we get a beer and we'll talk this over?"
Yeah, over his sister.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's like not very coherent.
I mean,
but I like it.
I don't even know what that meant, but you're just gonna bring up a sister like that.
Hey, that's my wife you're talking about. You altered
No, you're
No,
not.
you didn't
married
marry his
somebody
sister. You
different.
married somebody
Wait.
else. Like,
Oh,
this is
right.
full Jerry Springer.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
Who's
Um,
your sister again?
Let's. I feel like there's some miscommunication about who's married to whose sister. I don't
Oh,
really care.
We're
How
done
about this?
communicating.
Hey.
Communicating left last week.
He talks to you. He talks. And you throw a punch and make an attack roll.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Just an attack roll. D20 plus your strength. So he catches the punch midair, and he just kind of like brings it down. Like you throw a punch, and then it's just like your hands back by your side. And he's just like, "There's no need to do that. No need to do that." It's like I tell you what, you're looking for. I mean, who do you have in your life that's special? He's trying to just calm everybody down reasonably, trying
I
not
had-
to start a fight.
My sister.
Well, I mean, you so you don't talk to your sister anymore? Nothing?
No, ever since this asshole just ran off, she's been a fucking mess.
Well, I mean, it seems like
100% accurate on her part for the way he treated her.
yeah.
I'm gonna like
seems like an
swing
asshole.
it. I'm gonna swing at Gareth again.
All right, make another attack roll.
What am I? Just strength, right?
Yeah, just plus strength.
Okay. Good. No, this is good.
You
And
have,
so
you have drunken swings going on.
I'll be like, "Fuck!" And now I'm gonna grab like
I'm gonna
a
stab
dagger,
into his
not
mouth.
one of the one
Okay.
of the fancy gonna kill Gareth daggers, just like a regular dagger. And I'm gonna pull that out and hold it out like, "Come on, you son of a bitch, let's go!"
Okay, make a dexterity save.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Actually, strength save. Strength save. Sorry,
Strength save. Got it.
strength save. Okay.
This
So
is
as
going
as
so
soon as
well.
you pull out your dagger, right? As soon as you pull out your dagger, you're immediately disarmed. Like
Wow.
it's no sooner that you have the dagger showing that it's no longer there. You're just like boom, boom, and you're disarmed like immediately. He goes, if you guys want to have this out, fisticuffs, whatever, you can go outside and do that. But we're not going to bring weapons into this. Nobody needs to be dying in this bar.
And I thought I was. I thought that's exactly what I was. It seems to have. Hang on. I've got another one in here.
Hey.
Ah!
Hey, this guy does magic shit.
Who?
You.
Me? No,
Yeah.
no magic. Just experience.
I'm back with dagger again. Like I swear, I got a hold of it this time. You're gonna
Dagger.
get
Okay,
it.
make another strength save.
Okay. This is fun.
immediately. Like you're like, I swear, I got another dagger, and it's gone. Like it's very quick. It is like insanely fast. Like even though you're not drunk, you're convinced like it just disappeared.
So then I'm gonna be like, it's like, fine, and I'm just gonna like push the table and get back a little bit and start like doing a big like hand swirl thing, and then
he's
gonna
doing the
make the
hand
little
wavy
like
shit.
make the little like
Garrett,
ball
what
of
are you doing?
energy
What are you
start
doing
forming
while
up.
he's doing his
Like,
Kamehameha?
you son of a...
I'm gonna set it between the Kamehameha and the bouncer dude and be like, hey, don't worry, I got this guy.
I feel like you probably don't.
I think I do. I'm just gonna like pat him on the head.
I'm like, and try and like
Bouncer.
throw a completely useless energy ball.
Okay. Is it like a minor illusion energy ball?
Yes, that is
Okay.
what this is. This has no impact whatsoever.
No
It's all on
impact at
it's all on Garrett's performance at this point.
Okay, Gareth, make a performance check.
Whew.
16. You successfully step in front of the innocent bystander and take a fake energy ball straight to the chest. And let's see, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to please make a
Not good.
athletics check or an acrobatics check. One of the two.
Athletics, or it's the same thing.
No.
We're gonna go with yeah. It's the same. They're both shit.
Okay. So you do your fake energy.
Mm-hmm.
He actually pushes Gareth out of the way a little bit. Okay. So instead of like if it were a real like blast, instead of hitting him in the chest, it would hit him in the shoulder. And you immediately get tripped. You are now on your back prone.
No, wait. Like, how did I?
You are now on your back prone. And
That's the first time that's happened.
He has got a sword to your throat right
Oh.
now. And he says,
Okay.
all right, we're going to have none of that magic shit here.
It would appear that we've already had some.
Yes. And we're going to have no more.
Oh, no more.
Another drink.
Yes, we need another drink. That's
More
for
drinks.
Sure. All right. And he
Let me buy
turns
you a
around.
drink. Let me buy you a drink.
No, I got this round, guys. Don't worry about it. I got this round. Let's just calm down, and we'll just have another beer.
I'd like to point out, I drink better in the upright position.
Okay. He puts his sword away. He brings you up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get up and kind of like brush myself off a little bit. Be like, well, if I could get my daggers back, that'd be nice. Like just straight, like stone,
Yeah.
like it all just fell away with that.
He says, "All right, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. There's nothing. Yeah, just if you would be so kind.
Okay." And he hands you both daggers.
Excellent. I'm gonna put the like in
But
the.
I mean, you're still buying me a drink though, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Gareth, it's Facile. I'm gonna like yell at Facile
he's gonna
from
be
up
drinking
front.
here for free for the foreseeable future. You might as well buy me one.
I'm just gonna yell at Facile. Facile, bring Gareth some more booze. And this is the guy you were telling us about, right? And I'm gonna like point at said guy, said seasoned individual.
And he actually gets a little beet red, a little bit. He's a I see what's happening. All right. Well,
Yeah, no, I mean, good show, good deal. I mean, I'm glad we didn't hurt you. Was a little worried about that. Glad that played out nicely. Of course, didn't come at you with the full force. You know, I wouldn't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure not.
Okay. Just like Robin just doesn't look like that would be a thing that he does at all anyway.
Do
So,
a take a drink to hide my laughing.
yeah, there you go. Somebody should be laughing at this.
Oh, I'm sitting in the corner living it up.
What's your name, boss?
The name's James.
Okay, James. That's easy enough to
What a
remember.
name.
Well, that's what I got.
It's a good name.
That's about it.
Solid name. Where you from?
From Kintala, born and raised.
Nice.
Spent most of my life around this area, I guess. Until I joined the Royal Guard, and then they decided to let me go. So looking for other work.
Well, that sucks.
Got to feed the family.
Why did they
Royal
let you
Guard.
go?
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of they didn't like that I had graying hair a little bit, and that's about it.
They're really big on like appearance. With that.
I don't understand it exactly, but
I mean, you didn't. How long ago were you let go from the Royal Guard?
about 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago.
How long has it been since the winter thing?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. So he was gone before that happened.
He was, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not. I mean, so that's not terrible. But what'd you make when you were with the Guard?
Oh,
What's the Guard's wages these days?
Well, a lot of the expenses were taken care of. Being Royal Guard, but I mean, probably about 5-6 gold a month.
What are you trying to?
You have children?
I do, yes.
Wife?
Two little ones and a wife. Yep.
Wife. I like how we live back in the fantasy age where you can ask all these questions and it's not illegal. Sorry, James. We were looking for no wife and kids. No. All right. So okay. So Z, what's like how much gold does a man need to make with a family?
I mean, five gold a month is like a solid
be good?
wage.
Okay.
It's solid wage. Yeah.
All right.
Royal Guards make pretty good money. That's for a basic income.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys make 500 gold for a job, it's significant.
Significant. Got it. Well, James, we got some rules around here.
Yeah.
Rule number 1.
I can follow rules.
Wow, I just had a.
Put the grass on your shoes, wipe your face.
I was gonna go with no fighting in the bar and kind of make a Roadhouse moment, but I mean that works too. No fighting in the bar.
Okay.
Rule number 1. Rule number 2 would be don't touch anything on the shelf up there, which is where the fake gym is. Like that's where I point to.
Yeah.
Like, that's nobody touches the stuff that's up there because
Fair enough.
shiny. Facile runs the place when the rest of us aren't around. That's kind of 1, 2, and 3, I guess.
That won't be a problem.
All right.
Also, if I'm around, it's okay if people fight.
You gotta just look at him and make sure that he nods like it's okay because he likes to break up fights too. So,
Okay,
I mean,
all right,
you don't
fair
want
enough.
to take
If
away
he's
the
around,
man's fun.
I'll take
Yeah,
second fiddle.
Guys, you just got to give him one of these. He knows what's
Right.
going on.
Does your nose itch?
Jesus, one of these days we're gonna make you a proper business owner. All right, so we're gonna go with. I mean, you did good. I'm properly impressed. I will say that.
Not good. I mean, I've
have
spent a lot honing my craft, and
You gonna
I think
it's the
I'm
thing
as
where
good as good of a bodyguard and bouncer as you could have. So
this isn't gonna be a thing like where you're trying to work here and like 3 other places in town, right? Like you're just looking for one job. I'm not gonna have to worry about you not showing up to work or coming in drunk
not,
or.
No.
You can leave drunk. Like you can have a beer on your way out, but don't drink until you get. I'm sure.
Yeah,
you're
I get.
smart
I
man,
understand.
smart man.
Trust me. I worked with Royal Guard. I understand. Etiquette as far as professionalism on the job.
And Facile will tell you, loyalty's a big thing with me.
Good.
We're big on that here. So I mean, there's a lot of trust in this place because it's not exactly as it's not the best part of town, and it's a nicer establishment. So we gotta, very close and trust each other. We can't really, what are you gonna do, right? So
Right.
So we'll put you down for. I can do 8 gold a month to have you on here. I think.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good.
Good deal. Well,
Also,
James,
you protect Facile primarily. That's your primary goal. Nothing happens to her.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Then you protect the bar. and then the patrons.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
all
that's a
right.
good order to do things in.
All right. I'm okay with that order. That makes sense. I think that would be pretty natural to me, so I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I paid a lot of money for this bar. It's really, really shiny.
There's a lot of Gareth does like his shiny pieces.
All right. All right.
So yeah, all right, man. Well, I think we're solid there, buddy.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll start today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you got any more we're gonna be here for a few minutes. If you need to go take care of any things, I don't know if you're like ready to go,
like,
but if you know,
like you gotta buy me the drink.
Yeah. Well, of course.
You
of
don't
course.
have to
Yeah,
buy
I'm
him.
saying we'll do right now. And so he throws Facile a few copper pieces for another mug of ale, and yeah. All right. Let's take just a 5-minute break.
Okay.
We'll meet back then.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Oh, the
let's do this. If
We
you
are
guys
back
have any sort of plan.
on the internet.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay, I am going to. Well, first.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? You guys are kind of tasked with this mission of recruiting Lexa. That is going to totally mess up your Amazon Alexa.
No, I got it on mute. We're good.
Okay.
And it's only if I say it.
Okay. So that is you guys are kind of on this sort of general mission of recruiting Lexa from the All Rise. Is there something you guys would like to do? How do you guys want to proceed with this? Even something like a general plan would be, we can work with that.
So.
I mean, like, are they gonna let her leave?
Willingly?
Do we need to kidnap her?
I mean,
well, you don't want to I mean,
that's not necessarily the best way.
Like where your mind's at. But you want her to work for you guys willingly.
Willingly. Yeah, people do their best work when it's willingly. Like, the whole thing with Facile, like, that worked out, but, like, it was a little bit of a strong arm. I mean, because she tried to kill Gareth, but... and we stopped her, so then there was that. But anyway, first things first, we probably need to just gather as much information about her as we can, routines and the such, as you do.
Okay, so you know that members of the Order in the All Rise, they live there. That's where they eat. That's where they work. It is a compound. Very rarely, besides on missions or research expeditions, do they leave their compound.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a school/prison where we can come visit? Like
not a prison. You could come visit, for example, if you had a reason to visit somebody there, you could do that. But it would be, you would get through their security procedures and be able to visit a person.
Gareth.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
You what?
I have a plan.
Oh boy.
The plan is you get Lexa out of the building. Yes. This is a good plan. How do we get you to get her out of the building? How do we get
Why me?
Actually, yeah, no, that's not a real... Well, because she didn't see you. You've probably seen Trio.
If she's sharp, she heard me.
We need to get her out of the building. That needs to be step one.
I mean, why not just ask her out on a date?
Yeah, like I've seen all these moving picture shows where if I show up as one guy and then it turns out that I'm a different guy later on and there's been like 3 dates, it all goes to shit after that. Every sonnet that I've read that starts that way ends terribly for the guy. So
Gordon's really great, but no in between.
Clearly, you're a country music fan.
If you play it backwards,
get your dog back.
Get your truck in your house.
Get your wife back.
Okay, so we need to get her out of the building. If that's the best way to get her out, then I guess we can go that route. My thought was like, oh no, wait, you're Guardy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you're still not live.
What?
I still see we'll be back in a few minutes. Anyway.
Bitch tits.
That's what I see on Twitch. Anyway.
Uh-oh, that's not good because it shouldn't be that way.
Oh, I don't know. Just letting you know. There we go. I see you now.
Okay, that's weird. Man, I hope that wasn't that way for terribly long beforehand. It didn't say that I dropped any frames, though. That's weird. Okay, well, now that we have audio or video to go with the audio, let's see. We can... I see you live. It was working. It was just your fault, Z.
Sorry.
See? That's why we keep Madman around. Keeps us all honest. And calls my friends assholes. That's why I like the guy.
All right.
You didn't see him call you an asshole. That was a private message he sent to me. He was like, "Man, that's the guy. Total
Fair
douche."
thing.
Total.
Fair thing.
Total asshole.
Gareth, you're all guardy.
I've been called that before.
We could get you, like, you could say that not
Okay.
drunk.
Okay.
You could go in there and request and tell them that she's been, like, her presence is requested at the castle in regards to the incident and as a witness, and you need to
Okay.
escort her for questioning. That would work. That would get her out. They would probably have to let her leave for that, one would assume.
Maybe. I mean, I can try.
I feel like it's worth a shot, right? Like, worst
worth a
case,
shot
they're
for
like,
someone.
no, and you go, oh, okay, and then you just walk off. I think that would
do you
work.
need to bring like a royal summons or something?
Ooh, I don't think. Would we? Is that a thing that they would do?
Is there a royal crier? I feel like you could be really good at that.
Again, I can't be the first. Like, there's a plan, guys. I just got to get her out of the building.
Okay, so once we get her out of the building, let's assume one of us is able to, in one way, willing or not, get her out of the building. Then what?
We're gonna have one of those accidental meeting things happen. It's gonna be accidental, but not accidental, right? Because, like, you'll walk a certain way, and I'll be in the path, and we'll bump into each other and have a conversation. And that'll probably be it. Like, just a reconnect conversation, talk about things. How's your mom and them, and well, not how's her mom because your mom's dead, but how's life. Gonna stay away from the mom being dead part. But just catch up. It's been I haven't seen her in 3 weeks. It's been a minute, so reconnect to try and make sure to see if we can get her out of the castle a little more frequently, or the tower a little more frequently, and then we start poking at the theories.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's
that's like base plan, right? Like, from
Gareth is very underwhelmed.
I know you are, and I understand. Look, I promise I will get you somebody to fight before this is all over.
I don't need to fight
or kill.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with not killing, or fighting, or maiming, any of the above.
Okay. I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll just throw you a bone.
The plan is just you talking to her?
I don't know if you know this. It's kind of what I'm good at. It's what I almost do for a living. One could say.
So you just need to talk to the girl. But you don't want to ask her out.
No, well, not.
And you don't want to kidnap her?
No, we're not. True. We're not. Jesus, you guys. No kidnapping. No bonking on the head. No running away with. No killing her family. None of that. Mainly because her family's already dead. But aside from those things, like, going easy. If we go in too strong, we're going to just blow the whole thing out of the water before we get started.
Trio, when the whole discussion came up about the Ol Rise, you had at one point, years prior, been they had tried to recruit you to the order. They keep tabs on anybody with magical fluency, and sort of magical proficiency, and they try to bring in any talent that they can. So you had at one point, probably about 3 years past, been recruited to the order. I'll just put that information out there. But that's a pretty standard thing as far as people that can use magic and are found out that they can.
And I would have rejected their offer.
I would assume you would have. Yeah, it doesn't seem like your style. But
no.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Would I have I wouldn't have even gone to a meeting.
I mean, that's up. I'll leave that part up to you. I'll leave that to your creative, background. But you would have at one point gotten an invitation to come study
I got
there.
my Hogwarts letter.
Yeah, you'd have gotten your Hogwarts letter, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not.
Yeah.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Okay.
All right. So you need me to go get the girl out of the castle.
Yes.
Yes.
The castle that's
the
guarded by a bunch of hand wavy heebie-jeebies.
It's a tower, not a castle. Just so we're fair.
It's a compound with a tower in it.
Right.
Compound with a tower.
Okay. What's her name again?
Lexa.
Lexa, that's right. She does
Lexa.
conjuration stuff.
Yes.
I got a plan.
What's your plan?
That's your strong suit.
I know, right? I got a plan. It doesn't involve hitting people.
Okay.
Robin.
Yes.
If I recall from the ring, you dabbled in import and exports.
Yes.
She knows that.
Yes.
You know that she falsely created her invitation.
Mm-hmm.
You also know that she creates the invitations.
Turns out maybe not so much.
Okay, I guess did she or didn't she?
Well, she told me that she did. However, upon further examination, it may be that someone that she knows does. It would seem. That's what came out in the interrogation anyway. It was a little dicey in there. I tried to quickly cover in hopes that she didn't get her brain fried because it looked painful.
Okay. Well, just the thought was maybe you send me on a summons on your behalf to bring her in for a special work with your imports.
I like that. I'm not against that. I just thought like a royal compelling would be more compelling.
Also higher profile.
Yeah, but
I don't like drawing notice when I'm in a tower of hand wavers.
yes, it's okay.
Call us that again. And I will conjure something in your throat.
I will wave hands.
Show you a hand wave.
I'll show you.
I get it. I mean, it's kind of big risk, big reward situation. Tell you what, we've got the rings. I would prefer the royal side of it. If you get there, feel it out, go with what you think is going to work. Those are your two. I mean, you got two solid options.
Give me 1 minute. You guys keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got two solid options. I think either one of them could work. I think my version leads to the accidental meetup, which I think is less scripted, right? Like, again, having to if it's just a chance encounter, I'm telling you, catching people off guard is the biggest part of this.
Right, but chance encounter is nice, but getting her involved in imports and exports is a slippery slope.
Right. I don't think. I mean, I'm not against trying to hire her on for illicit activities. That's
right. Isn't that basically recruiting? I don't know. I'm just a guard.
If I
need to recruit somebody, I say, hey, you want to fight? And I say, go fight that guy.
Right. But we're talking about more of an intellectual. We're gonna have to work over the fact that it's one thing to like help a guy do a thing on the side that you probably isn't going to affect you at all. It's another thing to get someone to give up on all their core beliefs and come play for the other team.
Well, I mean, imports and exports are dicey that way, aren't they?
Yeah, but it would be like that'd be like just a side job. Like it could fall apart. Like I'd have to mastermind this big whole thing to trace it back around to her to get it.
I'm just saying that,
and that's why I said I'm not saying it can't be done that way.
Turns out it's a big thing, and all of a sudden you got a little bit of dirt on her. I get that. The inside man not. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
so I could abuse my contacts and get an invitation from the Baron.
Invitation from a Baron to do what?
To bring her to his house
Anything that gets her out of the tower, I'm okay with.
in exchange for me visiting for a week.
Yeah. I don't really probably need the full details on what the exchange is, just so we're clear.
Just if you want a legitimate form of.
That would also work. I tell you, I
don't care if it's legitimate.
However you guys think is best to get her out of the tower, and then I can do my thing after that. Really. So.
Kidnapping's always an option.
No, not kidnapping.
I mean, Triel's kind of onto something there. It sounds kind of interesting. You go there, you tell your lover boy how much you want to meet this girl because all the gossip at the party was about how she got hauled off.
Okay.
Right? And then all of a sudden he wants to arrange a meeting for you to meet her.
She's in he's in a different city, right? Like he's not like
no,
just down the road.
He's in Kintala.
No.
He's
he's not. Shit.
He's next town over.
Oh, he's from a little bit away. Same region, different baron.
Oh.
I don't have that written down, but
he's not. Kintala.
I don't have where he's from.
He's not from Kintala?
No.
But he was that close of friends with the guards? The captain of the guard at the palace.
Knew him.
First name basis knew him.
Because he's like the chill guy. He's like the cool baron.
He's not like a noble. He's not just a noble.
Okay.
He's proper taking over the land.
He's a big deal.
He's a big deal.
Like a pickle. Okay.
Yeah, he's a solid pickle.
Jesus Christ.
Really big deal.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's not just some random noble.
Whatever gets her out of the tower.
All right, how do you guys want to go for it?
I'm the muscle. Just tell me where to go.
I did, and then you wanted to argue about it.
I just... they gave me the heebie-jeebies, okay? I'm going to be honest. They gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Is Gareth going in, or is Triel sending the letter?
Hang on. D2. One is Gareth, two is Triel. Triel, you're up.
That's me.
All right. So you compose yourself a letter to your baron friend, Arliss Wint, and he is eager to respond. He sends a message pretty much as soon as he can back to you, saying he would be happy to set up an arrangement for you to meet Lexa.
Are we all around when like the return message arrives?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's like if it comes to the bar, like if we're all just hanging out, it's like, really? That? Jeez. What did? Never mind. Don't want to know.
Is that like UPS red?
It's the job done. That's all that matters.
By courier.
Yeah. So he is happy to set that up. He says that he's already sent the Ulrise a letter requesting a meeting, and he gives you a place and time that you can meet Lexa and have a discussion over a nice meal, is how he describes it.
Perfect.
Where's the place?
It's just at a fancier restaurant.
Fancier restaurant.
Kintala, in a very, very high class situation. You know, nothing but the best. So.
Right, of course. Okay,
and it's set for the not the following night, the night after.
All right, I will make similar reservations for myself. Well, not myself, for Jonathan. For Jonathan? Yeah, for Jonathan. I mean, Jonathan will get the reservation.
Yep.
Awesome.
So reservations were already set for Triel. So like he took care of like everything.
For her, right?
Yeah, for her.
Yeah, I need to be at a different table.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm meeting her now?
This is how this goes down.
Set it up
Remember
for you, lover boy.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Don't worry about it. Just carry on a normal conversation.
Oh,
Act like
boy.
you know, however normal conversations go for you when you don't want to sleep with someone.
I mean, you'll have the ring.
I don't know what those conversations look like.
All right, have a conversation with her like you want to sleep with her. I don't care. If everything goes right,
How come you don't want to meet with her?
He does.
I'm going
He
to.
just doesn't want you
You
to
have
directly
to.
meet with her.
Oh, you want it to be like super
Random.
There we go. See,
Random. Like, oh,
friend,
it's so
funny
random
meeting you
meeting
here. That's
Maybe
what we're
we
going
should have
for.
drinks.
That's
I
what
can't
we're
believe we're
going
at the
for.
same place at the same time.
Like, should I just make it a terrible date then?
No,
Like,
you don't just have it again. I'll be close enough by that I'll find a window. I'll say hi, and if everything goes right, then she just blows you off, and we have to spend the rest of the evening talking. That's the plan.
Freezing.
All right.
If
So,
everything goes well.
all right. Fast forward, the time comes in, and you guys meet at the place of choice. You walk in; it's very fancy. There's candles lit at each table. There's a harp player in the back playing soothing, just music, and it's a very very relaxed, very high class atmosphere. Most of the people that are in here, you can tell, are visually wealthy. Triel, you see Lexa seated at one of the tables already.
then I will go and sit at the table.
All right. As soon as you approach, she gets up and says, lady, it's nice to meet you. I'm not sure what brought this on, but I was told by my my superiors to meet you here, and you had a conversation you wanted to have with me, but.
I certainly do. I heard that you were at the winter ball.
I was. Were you there yourself?
I was.
That was something else. I feel like I had a more interesting time than most, but it wasn't all bad. I was cleared of any suspicion that they had.
I have been quietly researching the gentleman in the corner who was in the room when we were interrogated.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering if you have anything of note.
Interesting. As a researcher myself, I have also been researching him. Seems odd. I think he was at one point human, from what I can tell.
That was my hypothesis as well.
Rob's going to be like, I need you to take about 20% off the interesting level you're going with here.
Sorry. I figure if I'm here.
No, so I think he was at one point human, and it makes it interesting to see what did they do to turn him into what he was. That's the part that kind of baffles me. I mean, I've seen any number of things in my research, but that whatever they did to that poor thing, it changed him. I feel like fundamentally, like he was not human, almost like he was a new race that was created from a human. It was very weird because innately humans don't have those abilities.
Correct. Perhaps he had some aptitude that was molded to a different purpose.
I mean, it's possible. I didn't sense that what he was doing was necessarily like magical in the sense that like I could in the sense of how I usually use magic. It was something different altogether. So I found it very very interesting. Not sure exactly, but I'm trying to find out more about the process that they went through to create him.
And I wonder if it was done by our government.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. They do some pretty sketchy things. I almost wouldn't have been surprised if it was something that the Olrice did. Weird experiments like that is something they typically do, but that's kind of what our forte is. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything that would link them to there. So it could be just the crown and their weird ways.
Who was with you?
Oh, I was with this interesting fellow from down south named Jonathan. Jonathan Storm something. Stormcaller? Stormwalker?
Stormcaller's awesome. Write that
down.
down.
Jonathan. Anyway, he deals with imports and exports. As it were. Interesting fellow.
Yes, I remember him from the party.
Yeah, we'll say life of the party. He was the one telling all the stories. He seemed to like to tell stories. That's for sure.
Whenever you feel like joining it now.
So I'm gonna show up, but I'm gonna look like Marcus, except that I don't change, none of these disguises involve me really changing my face.
Right.
A few of them do, if I need a scar or something, but most of it's just dress, attitude, and how people talk to me.
Sure.
So I'm going to show up as Marcus.
Okay.
Not Jonathan. And Trio would know who Marcus is as well. I mean, everybody knows my aliases, but she would know by looking at me it might strike her as odd. I thought we were going with a different approach here, but okay. So, but I'm gonna show up as Marcus and get as sit nearby, obviously.
Okay.
And make sure that I'm talking to enough people and making enough notice that Alexa would notice me. I'm screwing up everybody's smart homes now. Okay, Google, what I need you to do is all right, yeah, so that's gonna be my approach. I'm gonna kind of gauge. I'm gonna keep a sly eye out and see how she reacts and kind of just start feeling that out.
Okay. You find a table just one or two tables away from them, and you can definitely overhear the conversation that's had. You came in relatively early in this conversation, so you heard pretty much everything that was going down already.
And I'm sure there's people here that I would recognize.
Yep.
That recognize Marcus. So he's coming in and saying, "Hey, Joe," or whoever, "Hey, Xander," and they'd be like, "Marcus," and blah blah. That's gonna happen and loud enough that name gets that name gets said a few times. You know what I mean?
Okay. After a few times, kind of during your conversation with her, Trill, she's like, "Excuse me, just one. Does that look like Jonathan?" And she points to Marcus. She's like, "I think they're calling him Marcus, but boy, that looks a lot like the guy that was at the party. What do you think?"
Well, I've only seen Jonathan the one time.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty well acquainted with Marcus. I can
you know Marcus?
you. Yes.
Oh, okay. Who is he? What does he do?
Here we go.
I have no idea.
Marcus works for Jonathan.
Oh, Marcus works for Jonathan. I did not know this.
Oh.
You did know this.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
He's his personal assistant.
Well, bring him over here. We'll have a talk. Have a talk.
You leave it vague. And then I'm gonna get up and walk over to Marcus's table.
Okay.
You're not I don't know your name. Who are you tonight?
I'm Lady Samata.
Samata, that's right.
Yeah.
Symmetric, got it. Symmetric.
Yeah, Lady Symmetra is fine.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, hey, great to see you here. I didn't know. Are you here by yourself? Would you like to join me? We can have a meal, of course."
I actually am here meeting someone, and
Oh.
she was quite taken with you.
thinking
and
with
your similarities with your boss.
and he's gonna do like a nervous look around, like, oh shit. And I assume would make eye contact with Lexa at that point and just be like, hey.
She kind of gives you a little wave back.
So if you would like to join us at our table, we have room for one more.
Sure, yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, I can do that. So now we're gonna play the game of Trio doesn't know Jonathan, but knows Marcus, and knows Jonathan doesn't know. Okay, got it. Yep, all right. I got it all straight in my head.
Jonathan.
Right, you have. Once in passing. Got it. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. Yeah.
So you guys head back to the table. Garrett, throw me a percentile real quick. So you guys are back to the table. And Lexa says, Marcus it is, I heard. Nice to meet you.
That's me.
My name's Lexa. I met your boss, Jonathan, right?
Yes, I 100% work for Jonathan Stormcloud. That's his name.
Okay.
No,
Jonathan Stormcloud.
How do you roll a percentile?
Right click on your D10.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, good to know. She says, I actually hung out with Jonathan at the Winter's Ball the other day.
Really, that is
interesting fellow.
He is. I mean, he's quite the boss. He is. He allows me to go out and eat at fine establishments sometimes when he's away on business. Kind of the benefit of being able to use the boss's name when you make the reservations.
Oh, sure. I can understand that. I would have never gotten the reservation here. This place is way too nice for somebody of my status.
It really is all about who you know. I hear who you know can really impact how you get into a place.
I agree.
And Marcus knows everyone.
I do know a lot of people. Yes, that is true.
Interesting. So, Marcus, you want to eat with us here at the table? If you don't mind, Lady Sumatra, do you mind?
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
I like how even you're fucking up the name now, because that was a combination of Samata and Symmetra, and I like it. It was good. Sumatra.
Isn't that a type of coffee?
Yeah, Sumatra.
Sorry.
It's fun.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could join you if that's. I wouldn't want to impose on the two of your dinner. I'm sure it's probably
not at all.
Not at all, huh? Oh. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's
And she looks at you, Trio.
Let's roast this pig.
She said, "Well, maybe not everything." She gives you a little wink.
We'll talk about boys later.
How come everybody wants to sleep with no?
It's my animal magnetism.
Yeah, it's an animal something.
Pheromones just everywhere.
That's actually how I'm a sorceress. It's
just high pheromones.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I could certainly join you. Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah, sure. So how do you two know each other?
I was asked by my the High Master anyway to join.
Oh my God. I've never had this much problem with VC. Ever. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Ugh. I don't know,
Mommy.
man. I just don't.
Hey, you're back.
What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. I've never had this much problem with VC ever. It's a bad day.
Huh? Yeah, VC is usually very solid.
I think it might be my internet though, because I've seen a couple hiccups, but it hasn't been enough to like throw me offline. But it might be enough that it's causing VC to disconnect and throw an error.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. So you guys met each other at well, you didn't today.
Just today, yeah.
Met
yeah,
today.
I heard it was a summons from a baron, I guess, wanted to set up this meeting. I don't know. I don't know who he is. I think he was at the winter ball, but you know who he is, right, lady?
Yes. We are well acquainted.
Oh, well acquainted. Good. she kind of blushes a little bit.
Oh.
No shame.
No shame in Samantha's game.
Correct.
Wow, yeah. Well, you were at the fest. That's interesting. I heard many interesting things took place there that night.
Yeah, it was something else. I got hauled away. Hauled away. Can you believe that? They thought I was a mastermind behind the murder.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
I mean, you seem intelligent. I don't know if that's a compliment, perhaps, or not.
Like it's a compliment.
Okay, all right.
If you mastermind something like that, I mean, that'd be a compliment.
It takes some ingenuity and engineering.
Yes.
Not like you're just out there, sitting at a party all night and drinking with dwarves and shit, right? Like you had to put some thought into things.
Yeah. But it wasn't me, so.
Well, that's good. Who they? I never really heard who.
Just one of the noble ladies. They. Yeah.
Jealousy, right? I guess.
I guess. I mean, maybe she had something going on with the king. Maybe she had something going on with the king. I don't know. You look astoundingly similar to Jonathan.
We get that sometimes. Yeah, I mean it happens.
Yeah.
Probably
like,
part of the.
If you guys were to say that you're related, everyone would believe you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that might. No one's really said that, but
what happens when your dad sleeps with the maid?
Whoa, Jesus!
Kidding.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, Jonathan is a very handsome man, so I mean, I appreciate the compliment. He's
well, yeah, I guess
good-looking man.
In the certain light, he could definitely be. She chuckles and laughs. She's like, "I'm just joking." Yeah.
Okay.
Very much.
I was starting to worry. But yeah, so aside from the party, what is it that you do exactly?
I'm a researcher up at the order, and that's it. Pretty boring.
Researcher at the order. Okay.
Unless you really are into arcane research, then it might be interesting. But most people aren't.
I mean, it's kind of I'd probably find it terribly dull. I'm not gonna lie. I can't. Yeah. Not much the reader. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's one thing. It's fun using magic and whatnot, but research is the less glamorous side of wizardry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fully. I'm just
the most essential.
More of a doer myself. Yeah, more of a doer myself, we unfortunately.
Two of a kind.
Yeah.
Marcus is gonna take a drink. I'm hoping there's booze at this table by now.
There is tableside bottle service.
Like glasses of wine, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Right? So Marcus,
very fine wine.
Marcus is gonna take a Can the wrist pocket work through glass?
No.
Damn. I don't know how I was gonna do that then. I can't do that. I wanted to. I don't know. Come back to that. I gotta do something to give away.
Shelve that thought.
Do the giveaway, but I don't know. I was like, I'll just have him take a drink, but then disappear the wine instead of like you did at the party, like Jonathan did at the party.
You could kind of.
Okay.
As you have the glass and you bring it up.
Just kind of cup it toward the top.
Yeah.
Which would look awkward a little bit and draw attention.
Roll a sleight of hand and let's see how awkward.
No, I don't. I want it to be awkward. I want it to look.
Okay.
like I want it to be noticeable
then
that it happens.
Then it could be awkward, and you could do it. Is you could just
not like awkward, but just not not like on. I want her to notice that I did it.
Right. Okay. So you are able to take a drink, and instead of it going into your mouth, you just kind of pocket it right away.
Okay. Good. Because and I'll just put the glass down and act like it was like I'm played off though. You know, it's the throwaway.
And she says, "Oh, you don't like the wine, huh?"
Oh no, it's great. You know, it's good wine. Wine's wine, really. Normally, most time, yeah.
So what kind of flavor do you think this wine has? What kind of undertones do you?
Oh
do you
God,
sense?
I will not lie. Like I just don't get any of that stuff. Like
No?
that's a Jonathan thing. Like he tells me what to go get, I go get it. It's fine. It tastes like expensive wine, probably. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, more of a hard liquor on most occasions myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hard liquor. All right.
Yeah. I enjoy the process. You know, it's the whole changing of one to the
process
other.
Of getting drunk.
No, well, I mean, who doesn't? But I mean, like, you know, you take something that's innocent, well, like, you know, corn or maize, whatever you're doing, and it transforms into something. Hey, this wine is just like old grapes. So, like, I mean, but like taking one thing and changing it into another, I just find that fascinating. So
that's not really my expertise. Isn't really changing things, but more like creating things.
I mean, that's an excellent skill to have. Probably get you into a lot of places.
Yeah, it got me into the order.
See, there you go.
Been kind of good since then.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
have you ever tried to join the order?
Me? No, I don't. I mean, again, like the whole. I mean, it's fantastical kind of stuff. Like I learned a couple tricks when I was younger, but nothing really. Like I don't really do the magic stuffs. Just humble.
Well,
do the works.
I doubt that a little bit. You seem like you're at least smart enough that you know a few spells.
Oh my God. Guys, this is going killer. I do not know what's going on. We're going to have to run a different setup. Oh my God, now everybody's calling me. What is going on?
Hello.
Like, I logged back in and then just like, I had 4 calls. It was like,
oh yeah, I see that on your screen.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know what is going on tonight.
Yeah,
you just have some weird hiccups going on.
I guess.
And
the
honestly,
weird thing is,
the Twitch is probably fine because
it
has a buffer.
Yeah, it has a buffer, and VC apparently does not.
You can't do a buffer when you're dealing with live video and chat.
Yeah. So, okay, what was it? Weird. It was know some trick. Yeah, I just there was a long time ago maybe I might have picked up something, but nothing really useful.
All right. Well,
but yeah, I mean this.
Maybe I can teach you sometime.
That'd be good. I mean, I'm always up for learning a new thing. You gotta expand the old mind as much as possible.
Yeah.
And this whole time, just Robin is visibly awkward, like at the juxtaposition of she knows one person, she knows a different person. They're both me, and
I know all 3 of you.
Yeah, and you know all of it technically, yeah.
Yep.
So, but trying to play it off so that I don't, but I can't blow Trio's cover, and then I can't blow, but I'm trying to kind of blow my cover to get just enough interest there so that we can walk away from this. So well, yeah, I mean, if you do they let you? I heard a lot about when it comes to the tower that you guys don't necessarily get out much. So it's where I would love to learn. I don't know exactly. I heard like they don't let you guys out. So I'm kind of surprised to even see you. I'm actually extremely surprised to see you here
Well,
out
they
of the
don't
tower.
they don't let us out, but there's a few of us that are crafty enough. We can definitely, but it helps to have a Baron summons. That definitely plays into some favors there. So
A Baron summons. Oh yeah, that would probably make a difference. I would assume.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you want, you could always come and visit me.
Oh yeah, no, that tower. I mean, it's a. Well, I mean, it's a bit intimidating, really, isn't it?
No, it's not that bad. It can be fun.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we
All
maybe
the rules
yeah, there's
Oh, no,
lots,
and the
just,
regulations and
you know.
lots of rules.
don't do
and
this,
yeah,
don't do that.
Well,
I have to agree with the lady on this point. It just seems.
all right.
I mean, for his
I have been offered what are they, positions? Enrollment.
place,
Yeah, like an enrollment.
standing.
Yes, I've been offered a I don't know, scholarship.
Membership.
Membership.
Okay.
Yeah, I like membership to the tower, and I could not accept it.
You didn't accept?
Oh no, I could not. I could not handle all the rules and restrictions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Not everybody can. I like rules. They don't bother me. I like breaking them. That's fun.
I mean,
I mean,
why have the rules?
You gotta
if you-
break the rules, then why?
That's why I was at the ball in the first place. I mean, it's kind of fun to push.
Oh
it
yeah,
a little bit.
that's right. You had you stuck that. I remember you stuck that invitation. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good time. Gareth, you're at the sting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a fight that goes down while you're waiting. And James kind of looks at you while it's happening.
I'm gonna point at him.
Just for a brief second.
Yeah, I'm gonna point at him and motion towards the fight.
Okay. All right. He goes over there, and by the time he gets there, like they're already full on brawling. It's past words. And he very quickly subdues both of them. You're pretty impressed, actually. It was pretty effortless. Like he doesn't even look like he didn't even like take a deep breath afterwards. And both of the guys are currently away from each other and like very dazed and sort of out of it. He sits them both down in kind of opposite chairs and gets them a glass of water and then kind of goes back and just, you can hear him just say, we're not going to fight here anymore. If you do, it'll get worse next time. This is your warning. And then he goes back and just kind of keeps watch over the situation. He's not trying to throw people out. He understands. He understands that that's the business, and you don't just throw people out of the bar.
Don't throw out paying customers.
Right.
Yeah.
But you are actually fairly impressed with his martial expertise. He seems very well. He's able to hold himself very easily in a fight, for sure. Kind of re-solidifies, your choice to hire him.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna look for the next one.
Okay.
The next fight. Because at this point, Garrett is looking to see if he is a man of morals.
Morals. Okay.
So basically, the next fight that breaks out, I might beat the shit out of the person. And I want to see if he has a problem with it.
Okay.
That is so mean.
Interesting. Okay.
Like your peacekeeping tactics.
No, I just want to know who he is.
Man's trying to be
Okay.
nice.
Because if he has
for
an
you.
issue, sure, but he came from the Royal Guard. So if he has an issue, I'm guessing based on his age, he's fine with violence at this point.
Okay.
But how much violence is he okay with?
Right. I mean, I'm not going to kill the guy.
Right.
Probably.
But at this point, Gareth is extremely familiar with his surroundings, and he would be able to subdue any bar fight while still maintaining focus on how this guy reacts.
Okay.
So I am interested in seeing how he reacts to me crossing what might be a moral person's line.
Okay.
So, anyways, that's where Garrett's mindset is at.
Okay. Fair enough.
So
All right.
he's fully capable, but there's lots of capable guards out there.
All right.
So
All right.
I want to see what he's able to withstand, if you will.
Okay.
I'm getting some echo here. Sorry.
I think it's on Emily.
It's me.
Yep.
I'm
That's fine.
Emily.
Okay. So you guys just kind of converse with Lexa. What's your general purpose or goal that you're working on right now?
So I need to get enough doubt in her head that she's. My goal was to get enough doubt in her brain that she is seriously considering the fact that we're the same person, which I think I've done.
So you're getting doubt there. I'm like sowing seeds of like, why be with the tower people?
The tower people.
I just don't understand that.
Okay. All right.
And then
Trio, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh,
Robin, I guess make a deception. I don't know if it's deception.
I don't know how that. Like I'm trying
deception.
to purposely do bad at something, right? Like those are always hard roles to
At
do.
20. There you go.
I'm afraid
Persuasion.
to like.
Persuaded.
You persuaded. I'm scared to do anything with the video because it keeps breaking.
Yeah.
Deception. There we go. I only rolled a 7.
Still got a 17.
As you do.
Okay, so you guys, Trio, between you kind of sowing seeds of doubt if the All Rise is the best place for her. That's kind of, you'd be like, there's so many rules, there's so many, the blah blah blah, and just kind of sowing in those seeds of maybe like you could do so much more if you weren't there, that kind of thing. And she you don't know if she's just agreeing with you because you're new acquaintances, and that's what you do. You just agree with people, by default in certain situations. Robin, you successfully, without convincing her, she seems pretty convinced that you're the same person.
I'm gonna, as soon as I feel like I've gotten that point across, that there's enough doubt there.
Yep.
Marcus is going to gonna leave. He's gonna just excuse himself from. Yeah, I don't need to be there anymore. My job's done. And it'll be kind of like this weird, awkward, like, yeah. So, well, it was. I mean, it was a pleasure. The food. I assume like a meal has happened over the course of this time.
A meal's happened. Drinks have happened.
Hate to eat and run. I do have, I don't get the reign of the place all the time, so there's several things I have to take care of. But it was a pleasure to meet you both, Miss Lady Savannah, Lexa. It was a pleasure, but I really should be going, and I will make my leave, and I will. We're gonna go with disguise self after I get out, and disguise myself. I'm just assuming there's not enough time to change.
Okay.
So it'll just be like commoners type clothes when I get out. Okay. And get to where I can see Lexa when she leaves, so that I can intercept.
Okay.
That's my plan.
All right, Trio.
Well, I mean, she did mention other things. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about while you are free and out in the world?
No, I have a curfew. I do need to get back, but
Ooh, curfews.
Yeah, I know. I was given a curfew for this meeting, and be held to pay if I miss it.
Well, I would hate to keep you if you really must go.
Yeah, I do, but maybe next time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much pull you have with that Baron, but seemed to work to get me out of there this one time. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, would you want to come out again?
Yeah, this has been really fun. Great food, good company. Marcus and character's interesting. I'm pretty sure he's just Jonathan in disguise. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if you've ever seen them together in the same room, but I just don't
It's a
feel
complete
like it's
Batman
ever
situation.
happened.
No one has seen those two guys in the
I
same
mean, now
room.
that you mention it, I haven't seen them in the same room together.
I feel like Marcus is just he pretends to be Marcus so people don't recognize him as Jonathan. That type of thing. There's just something about it. Again, I just feel like they haven't seen those two together in the same room ever. Nobody has.
I mean, how many people have you checked with? I mean, I've only met Jonathan the one.
I have a sample size of one. Yeah, but there's just some things about him. I don't know. But I mean, even if that's the case, it makes it kind of more interesting if you ask me. Like, what's he hiding from?
Well, I could not tell you.
Right? Who knows?
I have managed to go 2.5 campaigns without having to hit on my DM, and here we go.
Well, thank you for meeting with me. And I will see you out.
Okay. So you guys head back, and actually, right outside the restaurant, there is you notice right away there is a robed person in white robes with blue kind of lining, and you notice right away the crest embroidered onto the robe is a five-petaled leaf or a five-petaled flower, and that's the order that's their emblem, and they said, Lexa, you ready to go? We need to get going.
How quaint, an escort.
Did I notice them when I left? I feel like have they been waiting outside this whole time?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah, you noticed them kind of not. They weren't right outside when you left, but you saw them kind of coming towards the restaurant when you were leaving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I saw which way they came up, right? I'm assuming they came from the direction of the tower.
Correct. Yep.
Assuming that they will take the same path back, I will kind of get myself into a position to where I can intercept. And I need to I'm gonna scribble on a little piece of paper or something, and it's just gonna be like, shh, it's our little secret or something like that. It's got to be something coy and silly like that because high school. And I'm gonna fold that up, and the goal is that I'm.
Do you want to see me again? Check yes or no.
Yeah. I'm going to, and I'll have like tomorrow Sting 8:00 or something like that, and that it'll have that on there so that she can get back in touch with me. And I'll fold that up, and the goal is to pass that to her through a bump.
Okay.
A noticeable one. Like, I'm not going to try and sleight of hand it. Like, it's going to be like a stumble hit kind of thing and pass on so that she'll look up and see me again.
Okay.
Just dressed as someone completely different again.
All right. So that happens. You kind of wait for them, and they head back up the road towards the Orise, and you kind of.
I'll just have I'll have it in it'll be in the palm, and as I'm walking, I'll lean the shoulder in a little more than what I should have, so that I hit, and then reach out to steady her, oh, I'm so sorry, and have it and do a straight, eye contact thing with grabbing her hand and having that note there, So sorry, I wasn't watching where I was going, and then I'll just walk off.
Okay. All right. As soon as you bump into her, the person that's escorting her say, "Hey, back off, buddy."
Sorry. Didn't wasn't paying attention. Completely my fault. I apologize. And I'm just gonna be like doing like a look away, like no, don't hurt me. Don't turn me into a frog.
And he lets it go and just keeps going. They walk off. But you pretty sure you successfully handed it off to her. It wasn't too difficult.
Right. Because I'm good at what I do.
All right.
Probably.
Back at Sting. A few hours go by during the whole shabacle, and you do see another fight that breaks out.
Weapons or no weapons?
No weapons, fists.
No weapons. Okay.
James gives you another glance real quick, and then like as he's giving you a glance, he's already headed over there.
No, I'm gonna stand up very abruptly, kind of
and
absurdly loud. Take my mug and slam it on the table.
Okay. And he pauses. He's just kind of watching.
And just like captain of the guard level voice commanding. Just look at the other two and say, "Hey, no fighting in this bar."
Wait, are you gonna knife hand him?
No. No, I'm not. I'm just like, no fighting in this bar. Just, boom. Supposing where it goes.
Knife hand's a military thing. It's like, yeah.
Cut a man deep.
When you're serious.
Oh, you knife hand when you're okay. No fighting.
Look here, shithead.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
I got
knife handing. Anyway. Yeah. So okay. And they make an intimidation check.
Maybe not what I was going for, but it makes sense.
General Mathis' knife hand has 58 confirmed kills.
So true.
Okay.
You yell. Most people in the bar take notice. Not the two people fighting.
Equal fight?
Seems like it's pretty equal. Both are somewhat sturdy looking males.
Okay.
I was gonna laugh at
I have
two
not
women.
actually been drinking.
Okay.
Just want to clear that up because they're on a mission, and if I do need to be ready, I wouldn't be drinking.
Sure. Makes sense.
That said, I'm gonna tackle both of them.
Both of them. Okay. All right. Make an athletics check for grappling. That works. You bull rush and take. They're pretty close already because they're in the middle of a fight. And you just tackle both of them to the ground. They go sprawling down, and you recover onto your feet pretty easily.
I'd like to grab them and drag them out of the bar.
Okay.
Patrons don't need to see this. Even if they are the patrons.
Okay. You drag them out of the bar. Seeing that and remembering the three orders, James does not follow you.
Interesting. There's windows, though.
Yeah, to make it scream really loud, probably.
I'll be right in front of a window.
Okay. James does not follow you. He remembers Trio, then the bar, and patrons.
Facile. Then the bar.
Yeah. Facile, sorry.
Yes, absolutely in that order.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm glad he remembers that.
So far, at least one of the three did.
So far, so good. All right. I'm gonna stand him up. Be like, hey, if you're gonna fight someone capable of fighting. So let's go at it. I'm just gonna leave him standing and just look at him.
They're slightly confused at this point. Like they got drug out of the bar and they're like, wait, we were fighting each other for a reason. Why would we fight you? I don't understand.
I mean, we're fighting, aren't we?
He points over. Why would I ain't got no beef with you, man.
But I thought we were fighting.
Makes one of us. And the other guy goes, yeah. And he just turns and he punches the other guy in the face. Just total sucker punch. Like,
Yeah.
they were both confused at what was happening, and the other guy like took it to his advantage. He's like, yeah, boom, just knocks him in the side of the face.
I'm gonna punch the guy that punched the other guy.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna hit somebody.
Open. I don't have a fist attack action.
D20 plus strength plus proficiency. Not proficiency because it's unarmed.
Just strength roll.
D20 plus strength.
Roll.
Yeah.
Strength roll. How's that work? You clock him good, and he hits your fist, and then like your fist hits his head, and then his head hits the wall, and then he gets knocked out.
Like, okay. I guess that's one way to do it. I'm just gonna be like really disappointed.
Just not envision
goddamn kids these days just can't take a punch.
Can't even take a hit.
I'm gonna grab him by the feet and pull him in front of the other guy. I'm gonna hit him again.
The unconscious dude?
Yeah, the unconscious dude.
Still unconscious.
You're not gonna feel it. I'll feel it later.
He's now bleeding.
I'm not trying to kill him. I know where that
bleeding.
level is.
Okay.
You're just really gonna teach him from fighting in bars anymore.
Okay. He's still unconscious. I mean, you didn't
wake him up with the punch.
Did that not go?
Oh, there you go.
You don't need to roll for that. You don't have to roll to hit an unconscious guy.
Okay.
You need to like prop him up into the window and like do the fake hits, like you're just going to town on it because he's unconscious, right? I'm trying to help you get to where you're trying to go. Sorry,
I'm trying to get to. He doesn't like doing this, but he needs to do this. So Gareth feels
you're right.
a little.
You're right in front of the window.
Yeah.
You're right in front of the window. You're kind of pulling punches, but making it look like you're not.
Yes. Okay.
And you know, based on where James is at inside, you're pretty sure he can see you, and you know you don't have to be a super good actor to be able to pull punches, you know, from that distance. You know, it's pretty simple. And he kind of shrugs it off a little bit, continues to monitor the bar. He definitely sees it, makes eye contact with you, and he doesn't bother him.
Solid guy, that James.
I'm gonna look at the other drunk guy and be like, "You want to take a punch at him too?"
Fuck yeah! And he just claps. Dude, sucker punched me. He just.
I know. It's justice. You want to fight?
You? No.
Oh.
That's a terrible idea.
And why are we even here?
I'm glad you realized that. Don't fight in the bar anymore. I don't like it.
That wasn't my fault, man. He had it coming.
Don't fight in my bar anymore. I don't like it.
Of course.
Okay, no excuses.
I mean, am I supposed to just sit there and let him punch me?
You can just get up and walk over and get a drink from the bar. You'll be fine.
All right.
You'll be fine.
Just saying, he punched me first.
I don't care. Don't fight in my bar.
Of course, I would never fight in your bar ever again.
You better not. So he's gonna be feeling that tomorrow, and then the punch I gave him after, he's gonna feel for the next week.
Uh-huh.
So remember that. Do you want a week of painful face or not?
No,
so really. Don't fight in the bar.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would never fight in your bar.
Okay, that's a good thing. How about a drink?
I'm all right. I think I'm just gonna go home now.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna take this guy in for a drink.
Okay.
I just dragged a limp body into the bar.
He's like, he's very concerned about what's happening.
Just gonna prop him up on a stool, put a mug of ale in front of the guy, press his head on the bar.
James just kind of like, all right. Again, he's just kind of minding his own business, checking out the bar, making sure people are being good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't die.
Oh yeah, it'd be fine. You didn't hit him that hard.
No.
And he kind of chuckles.
I mean, not the first time.
Yeah. So everything kind of.
And you didn't seem bothered by the excessive force?
What excessive force?
Like literally.
He was beating an unconscious man. I think that's what he's talking about with the excessive force.
There's a reason he's not on the force anymore.
And James just is like, what excessive force?
Oh no, I didn't say that to James. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to James.
No.
No, I was saying that to you.
Make an insight check.
I mean, we obviously know the answer is no now because he gave us that little tidbit of a clue. But
He didn't seem very bothered.
Okay.
he bothered.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit back.
I mean, he's a good soldier.
Right.
He was told you're in charge.
So you guys head back to the bar.
And that's what I'm assuming. I just want to make sure.
After the restaurant ordeal, you guys head back to the bar. Gareth's there. There's a guy half beaten up, passed out at the bar.
It's gonna be good old Robin now.
Good old Robin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should. Well, just in case, I'll check that off. Yeah.
All right. Couple days goes by.
Right.
You do not hear from Lexa the next night.
Right.
However, 2 days go by and Facile does get. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. In those 2 days, one last precaution that I have. I'm gonna have the urchins that I train, my little army of urchins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask them to keep an eye on the new bodyguard's house. Make sure that nothing crazy is happening.
So paranoid.
I am absolutely paranoid, especially in my bar.
Okay, sounds good.
Just saying, hey, keep an eye on them.
Your little urchin army.
Yeah, that's what I have. That's literally what I did.
Yep.
Okay.
No problem. They trail him for a couple days and kind of stake out his house. Nothing out of the ordinary. Seems like a very boring, average guy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust him.
Days go by, or 2 days go by. Facile, after a little bit, it provides you with a note. She says, "This showed up on the bar the other night. I didn't see who wrote it or left it, but it's addressed to a Marcus.
Yep, so, I'll take that. No worries there.
Okay. Yeah.
Matter of fact, probably just make your life easier of trying to figure out who might be. Just any mail that comes here, you should probably just take and give to me.
Yeah. I figured as much. I'm not blind, so
right.
You know,
no, I mean obviously.
I understand.
We hired you for a reason.
Going on. Yeah, exactly.
Because you're shady.
Nothing of the sort. I'm a proper lady and bar manager.
That or we were going to have to kill you. I mean, those were the reasons why you got hired.
Right.
Okay, just want to make sure we were still so close. We're so close.
I mean, maybe one of these days I'll do something else for you.
Right.
Not like that.
Oh, yeah, no. Good. I'm glad we were clear on that. But, I mean, if you're into that, maybe talk to Trio. I hear, like, she's just very expressive.
Put a dart in your neck.
In my neck?
I think it's some of mine.
She goes, you could only be so lucky.
Okay, so I'll go sit and open and read whatever said letter might say.
Okay, so it's from her and she it's from Lexa. She's just saying, sorry I couldn't make it the other night. It's not because I didn't want to. I just couldn't get away.
I couldn't get away. Work was a drag. Blah blah blah. So close to getting it, but all right.
So close. She does, however, kind of detail a few ways that you could maybe get to her.
All right, there we go. Now we're talking.
She mentions a way that you could get into the compound and into the lower levels of the tower where she works.
Gareth, great news, buddy.
Lower levels, as in like sub levels?
No, as in like
lower levels of the tower.
First few levels.
Gareth, I got some great news. Found out a way to get you inside the tower, buddy.
That's really bad news, but I guess good news because we get potentially paid. Okay, yeah, okay.
Everybody wants to get paid. Okay,
news.
so what is it? What are the details here? Like,
she does detail that you just be on your toes once you get into the tower.
Yeah, no shit.
Magical experiments happen. You know,
oh,
just be on your toes.
Great.
Right.
But she does work. She works on the. She says she works on the 3rd level of the tower.
3rd level.
And
got it.
That between the midnight hours, she would not have any sort of escorts, and it would be pretty barren up there if you wanted to stop by and.
Is this like a climb through the window thing, or is this like a go in the front door thing?
Nope, you could go right through the front door if you can get into the compound. It's getting into the compound that's usually the tricky part, but she did provide you with a way to access it.
And what is
through
that
a hidden passage.
Hidden passage. Those
yep.
Are good.
Yeah, because I feel like using magic in there might not be the smartest.
I'm really good at not using magic.
There's a lot of magic in there. So using magic is not necessarily frowned against. It's promoted.
Oh, okay.
But is it?
Just saying.
Trapped.
I mean, it's like magic is the standard, like, that's the default in that area.
You need some light, you use some magic.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a snack, you use some magic.
I will.
Hogwarts.
When I the guy with the robe that was the escort.
Yeah.
Like, was it like are we talking like monk like robe with like, or is it like hood back? Obviously, could see guy's head.
Obviously, can see guy's hand or head. Yes, I meant head.
Okay.
Obviously, can see guy's head. Not like monk robe concealing. More like just think more priest robe, I guess you could say.
Okay, and I got a good look at said guy, right?
Yep. Okay.
Enough that I could do that again if I needed to.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Okay, cool. I will acquire myself some robes then.
Okay.
I'm sure I know a guy.
Yeah, I mean, getting counterfeit order robes is not the most underground thing ever. It's very local, so yeah. It's
everybody's seen them around enough that it's like,
right,
oh yeah, they wear this.
Yep.
I just don't have a set yet.
Are you getting 3?
I mean,
one for each of you, or
are we all?
Did you get one of those rings yet?
One of what rings?
He doesn't have money for that ring.
No.
One ring?
Okay,
no,
so
I don't have money for the one ring. So at least 2. I mean,
3.
Okay.
Probably 3.
So, like, do the acolytes or whatever need to wear?
Everybody wears those robes.
Everybody. Was Lexa wearing those?
She was wearing those robes as well. Yep.
Okay, so 3 sets, please.
What are we doing once we get in there?
I don't know. I mean, I had a plan, but if you guys are going to be there, like, maybe it's going to have to be a slightly different plan, because that would be awkward.
If you don't need us, I don't need to go. I don't need to meet up for a secret rendezvous in the middle of the night.
I'm just saying, like, she invited me at
She
night.
wants to talk.
Gareth, I don't know how to put this to you, buddy. Sometimes when 2 people like each other.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay. Talk doesn't always mean talk.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I've heard stories.
Sometimes, buddy, I just worry.
Yeah, I worry about your health too.
You
know, you don't have a whole lot of armor during those talks.
So
You're a never nude.
I went into that whole Jeff Jeffries thing, Have you heard that bit where he's like, the guy broke into my house while I was going at it with the old lady, and I didn't, and we were having sex, so I didn't have me holster on me. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that, but like, it's kind of like less of a slashy, stabby place and more of a wham bam pow place. I might be okay, really.
Oh.
Your wham bam pow means something completely different.
Not that kind of wham bam. Oh my god.
All right, so different than me.
Robin, are you going alone or are you taking backup?
Yeah, it's up to you.
What do you? Well, okay, out of character for this, like.
Sure.
I feel like it's better if Robin goes alone, but I also don't want you guys just sitting around for however long this takes with nothing to do.
I'm fine with that meta wise. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think Robin goes by himself. I think I'll just maybe go this one alone and see if we can get her out of the tower.
How much distance is the rings?
It's like 250 feet. It's pretty close range.
Okay, so
you could probably stand outside the wall, and
that's what I'm wondering. I know that's pushing the limits.
It would be pushing the limits.
I mean, if you guys want to come in and just be close by, okay, but you might be kind of out in the open. Like, you might have to find a place to lay low, because
I'm sure Triel can be unnoticed and I can blend in.
Oh yeah, no, Triel blends in. That's her whole MO.
No, I blend in. She's unnoticed.
Yeah. Okay then. 3 sets of robes.
Okay. So you guys each have a set of ordered robes.
And we will wait till nightfall and make our way. I will put. What do I need? I'll put the. I will put the silent dagger in the pocket.
Silent dagger in the pocket. Okay. All right.
Nothing like a silent spell if you're trying to infiltrate a group of mages.
Right.
Gareth is assuming that once they're inside the compound, there's going to be patrols.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's what he's assuming.
You can assume whatever you want, buddy.
I'm just saying that's what he's assuming.
All right.
And he's going to be looking for patterns and how he can avoid said patrols.
Okay. All right. So you're just kind of scoping out the joint. Robin, you head to the exact location she was describing in her letter. She's very clear instructions, almost painfully detailed.
Very detailed.
Very detailed.
She's been there once.
Yeah, well, not just that, but she seems like she's over detailing it. Like, as you would expect a bookworm to do.
This is exactly how you get to the spot.
It's either one thing, she's written the instructions a lot, or
Yes.
Not her first visitor.
I'm just saying.
So you go there, and as per the instructions, you are supposed to just walk through the wall.
Gotta believe, man.
No, like, if this was
Platform 9 3/4 this shit.
No, it's just the fact that if I were writing these, I would definitely make it 6 inches off just for the laugh. However, I feel like she's bookwormy enough that this isn't going to happen, and I'm almost disappointed. So I will just walk.
And you connect with the wall.
Yes!
As soon as you
Kinda
do,
happy about that.
As soon as you do, you hear her laughing right in the bushes next to you. She goes, I got you. She just laughs. She's like, that works every time.
Man.
Every time.
Every time? Wait a minute, every time.
Every time.
Every time.
I mean, that is a common prank.
How many people are you trying to get to visit you at night?
Oh no, it doesn't matter if it's at night or during the day or anybody.
Okay.
No, everybody falls for it. They think everything is magic in this place.
No, I was thinking that when I was reading it, and I'm really glad that that's how that played out. I mean, I gotta have, I like my friends to have sense of humor, and that is solid funny right there.
And she kind of composes herself after the laugh, and she goes, "Okay, so now for real." And then she places her hand on there, and you see her just do this pattern, and then these runes start to light up on the wall, and it just kind of pushes in, and you walk through. She's come on.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll follow.
See, you just did it wrong.
Well, I knew it wasn't gonna be anyway.
And she follows you, and you can see she's definitely following a very thought out pattern to be not seen by anybody else that's kind of walking around.
Mm-hmm.
She's like going hiding behind this tree, waiting for like 20 seconds and then going to the next spot. It's very well thought out, and you follow her movements, and you guys get to the tower itself. Um, she walks in the bottom level, the entrance, and you walk up these stairs, and there is a very shallow, small reflective pool in the entranceway, um, with some benches off to each side of it. And you walk in a little bit further, and it just seems to be like a common area. Um, there's a few tables, there's a few bookshelves, a few desks, and you see two people studying at one table. And she says, "This way up," and she takes you off to the left, and there's a stairways that goes up and just kind of goes around the outside of this tower. You head up to the second level where it is a library. She said,
Okay.
"So this is where I work. This is kind of the thing. If you ever have any questions about magical stuff, this is where you can find a lot of answers."
Right. Yeah, that's
Well, I mean, could if you had access,
Right. If someone would only have access to all these books.
Yeah, all these books.
Nice. Good stuff. Solid stuff. So you
All them books.
So I kind of write the books. A lot. Well, some of them. Some.
all of them? Okay, some of them.
Yeah, just some of them.
You got a favorite book?
Yeah. Why don't you follow me over here? And she she takes you behind there, and she starts flirting with you pretty hardcore.
Good. We could jump past a lot of that if you want.
Yeah. I don't have any need to role play that out. She's got motivations. Trying to get some. Let's just put it at that.
This is the best start of my whole life.
So, making out in the library stacks, I mean, it doesn't get more cliche than that. But
it really doesn't. This is literally high school.
Yeah, literally high school for her. Anyway, you guys do your business, and
wait, how much business are we doing?
Well, it's a public area, so not like full business, but having a good time. She's having a good time. And so after that, she goes, "Well, I mean, we should probably get going. I can't stay concealed too much longer."
Yeah. This is. What was that?
What was that?
Oh. Yeah. No, I can. I mean, I appreciate you inviting me out. That was really nice. You kind of got me in a spot here. Like you kind of figured out something that not a lot of people really figured out.
I feel like it was pretty easy to figure out, honestly.
You would think.
I almost feel like you wanted me to figure it out. I'm pretty sure you wanted me to figure it out.
Well, once I kind of figured out that you were leaning into it, I figured like you were going to find out eventually, so I might as well just let it happen instead, because any kind of cover up would be. But nobody else really has.
Really?
That's the funny part. Yeah, I mean,
really?
I have a very draw very distinct lines of who goes where, so it's it makes things easier. But again, a lot of access when you're the right person.
Yeah.
As you would know.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, we had a fun time with you at the ball. That was a good time until people
that whole
died.
murdering thing. Yeah. Who was?
So I mean, what's your game here? What's your end game here? What why are you? Because I don't believe a whole lot in coincidence. So are you trying to? Oh, I mean, what are you trying to do here?
No, I mean, I was trying to get to see you again. I didn't really know how to go about it. So you met my friends. Well, you met both of them. Lady
Right.
is also in league, so to speak. And then you may have seen the guard. You may have not. Anyway, we all we run the bar down the way, and we do work as it comes by to make a living, and it's just
work
proven.
like bar work.
Yeah, bar work, other work, just
Okay.
work in general. It's having a
Import
bar.
and export work.
Yeah, and if they have people have stuff, and I import it into my possession, and I export things into
From
other
their
people's.
possession.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean that makes sense.
I mean,
I mean,
rules again. Who
can't be
cares?
too surprised.
Right?
This, it is Kintala.
It's a rough. I mean, it's a rough town to make. Like owning a bar turns out to be much more expensive than I originally thought. So
yeah,
I had to find a way to supplement that somehow.
I suppose. Can't fault you for that. I
Yeah.
mean, we don't really care much here at the Rise, so it's.
Oh yeah, well, your big ivory tower and stuff.
Oh,
that you sit in.
Kind of keep to ourselves here.
It seems. I mean, from what I've known of you up until this point, like this just really seems like it's odd that you're here.
Well, I mean, I owe a lot to this place. That's I definitely owe a lot to this place, especially High Master. He's kind of taken me under his wing and shown me my potential. And it's very.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, if you want to know your potential while still having a curfew and being under lock and key and restricted in what you can and can't do, this does seem like quite the place.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, but
I mean,
what's the alternative? You don't. It's not easy to just leave the order.
I mean, I don't know how it could. I mean, you just there's doors to the place. Like they don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, never been in the order, but I mean, I assume like you could quit.
Well,
like you can quit anything. I mean, it's possible, right? There's got to be a way to get out if you've got
people have gotten
got
out.
In, you get out, that kind of deal.
They usually get brought back, but they've gotten out.
Well, maybe like you just tell them like, "Hey, I'm going on sabbatical," and then you just like, don't come back from sabbatical.
she kind of laughs a little bit, and then you can kind of see there's a little bit of like worry in her eye. She's not like she's like, yeah, it'd be nice, but it's like one of those things like that doesn't happen.
I mean, maybe it does happen, and you just don't realize it's happened.
Okay, maybe we'll see. Yeah. I'm pretty content here for now. Like I said, I've grown up around these people. This is my family.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Once you've been locked in the same room with a bunch of people long enough, it does feel probably like a family instead of like captivity. I'm sure that's probably not by design in any way, shape, or form.
Well, even if it weren't that way, I do have my work, and I love my work. I take a lot of pride in it.
Oh, who said anything about stopping working? Like, it's not like this is the only place that you could study magic.
It kind of is.
I mean, okay, but what if, right? What if there was like another place that you could go and study magic? Would you do it?
Like, I mean, the nearest any sort of academy is going to be all the way over in Sewall. Like, that's.
Yeah, Seawall has an academy, and there's places. But I mean, you just have to throughout what I've been able to. I deal in knowledge. It's my thing. Not like knowledge like you deal in knowledge, like trade secrets, secrets, things that people don't want people to know about, right? So it's a possibility that there are schools out there that maybe aren't publicized or above ground, so people that don't know to look for them would never find them.
So we're just talking in a hypothetical.
Completely
if there was this random mystery magic school where I could continue my work,
but
without the constraints of the Rise.
Right, without having
the order.
A curfew and a guard escort when you go places.
Would I go do it? I don't know. I can't say I've ever thought that scenario through.
I mean,
I feel like it'd almost be too hard right now. I feel like I'm in the middle of this project, and I'm very well respected in here, and I'm kind of a big deal. No, I mean not like a huge deal, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I mean, you're solid second floor big deal. I get that.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have the constraints, think about how much you could really accomplish.
Yeah, but then like I don't know. I'd have a hard time abandoning the High Master. He's been he's taught me everything I know, and
He has
he took me in from nothing and taught me
and definitely molded you. Okay, here we go. We're going for it. We are going to do one of the things
Words of Terror.
Yeah, we're gonna do one of the things I've never gotten to do before.
Yep. No problem.
And it's going to be, and we're going to see that, like, it's what I was gonna say was like, yeah, and he's molded you into the exact type of person that he wanted you to be, to do the job that he wanted you to do, because he needed someone to do that, and he doesn't actually care about you, and like, seed all that is what we're going for.
All right. Give me 1 second here. That is under abilities. Words of Terror. I just want to read this again real quick.
Yeah, I need to read it too.
Succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do have luck though, and luck can make you re-roll as well, right?
Let's see. Did that show up?
No, it didn't.
How did that not show up?
I don't know. It didn't.
Well, it was a 2.
Oh, well, I'll take the 2.
It's a 2. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's got a. Do I have a setting on that hides the GM rolls? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I have the show GM rolls off.
There you go.
Well, it's a 2.
I'll take the 2.
Yeah.
Best shot I got, probably.
All right.
Oh wait, what's my spell? Do you know my spell DC?
I do know your spell
okay,
DC.
It makes one of us.
I think. I'm almost positive I know your spell DC. Maybe I don't.
What is it?
8 plus charisma, so that's 12 plus
12.
proficiency, that's 15.
I got a 15 DC.
You have a 15 DC.
Okay.
Spell save DC.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Bet she has a plus 14.
I mean, she rolled a 2. Odds are in my favor.
It is a wisdom saving throw, not an intelligence saving throw, and you're very lucky about that.
That's what I was like. I can't remember what the wizards are good at. Is it this one or the other one?
Intelligence, yes. Very highly intelligent. So you can make her scared of someone. Of you or another creature. That's what Words of Terror does.
Right, so we're gonna put the fear towards the High Master, right? Like, we're gonna see this whole thing of, like, he's basically abducted you, and you don't even realize how much of a prisoner you are, and it's all played, like, he's using your research and taking your credit, and you're gonna just be washed away when this is all done and forgotten about, like, just laying it on.
And it sinks in. It sinks in. You can see fear set in her eyes, and she looks legitimately concerned that she's been manipulated this whole time. At least for the next hour, she is very concerned.
Yeah, I don't know how that works after the hour. Does it all revert?
It goes away. It is for an hour. So the doubt and the stuff that you were spewing, it doesn't stick permanently. It's not. It is a magical effect, and it does wear off. So she would go back after the hour. She would go back to her, her previous way of thinking. No, that's not what this is. This is good. However, I mean that's going to be something that definitely helps your cause. She will remember that she had those thoughts.
Right. Okay. So it's not like she forgets all of it, like it never happened.
No,
she will still remember having that doubt, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yep. So over time that might build.
Right.
But as of right now, it will end up reverting back to the normal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Good. So,
but she gets very very concerned and sort of scared, and she goes, well, I mean, even if I wanted to,
so this is where
they have ways of finding us after if we were to leave, and
you are by far probably the smartest person here. I have no doubt in my mind of
That's
that.
not even a little bit true.
Wanted to not get found out by whatever means you think they have to track you, I'm sure we could devise a way to get you that freedom.
To get rid of it. It's
Well,
just
there we
not
go.
easy.
Well,
You have to get up to the 4th floor.
Okay, what's on the 4th floor? What's up there that we got to get?
Oh, I don't know, but I just know it's there. I would know it once I saw it.
Well, I mean, no time like the present. You're a prisoner.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Maybe we should just...
Us? No. There's no way just us two could do it.
Well, is it like something like... Lay it out for me here. What do we got to do?
I don't know. I've never been up to the 3rd floor.
You just said 4th floor. Now we're on the 3rd floor. I'm liking the odds. We've gone
we're
lower.
on the 2nd floor.
No, but you said 4th floor and then you said 3rd floor.
No. We'd have to get through the 3rd floor.
Oh, to get to the 4th floor. I see where you're going with that now.
And
okay.
I don't know what's on the 3rd floor, but it's not... You don't just walk through there.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Unless... I mean, we would need at least a group of capable people going through there to
we
make
need
it
at least
happen.
3 solid people.
I mean, with myself, at least 3.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, again, no. My goal is to, I really truly believe that you are in a bad way here, and you obviously can see that. So we should. I mean, if you sit here and plan about it and think about it, you're gonna, you're gonna doubt yourself and your ability to do so. I think we just go for it.
Right now?
I got people on standby. What did you think I was coming here for? Like, no, don't get me wrong. The stuff earlier was fun, but like, I've heard the stories of the crap that happens here. Like, and I think you're a truly wonderful person, and I don't want to see the weird, bad things happen to you that I've heard come from this place.
Make a persuasion with advantage because she's currently
reeling.
She's currently kind of reeling.
What'd you say? Persuasion?
Persuasion with advantage.
Oh, jeez. Take the natural 20, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So that is she's I mean, I guess oh my god, I did not see this day turning out like this when I woke up this morning.
And don't get me wrong, the other parts were fun.
She's trying to play out just like you could see her trying to play out all these different scenarios in her head and trying to process these thoughts that she's got going on now.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll just be like, Gareth, you clocked the way in, right? Sure. Gareth?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Exactly. That's why I like you. That's why you get paid the big bucks. We're going, and we're gonna go right about nowish. So, gonna need you to go ahead and make your way to the library and bring Trio with you.
Trio, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Run away.
All right. So you guys, let's see, because you wouldn't really know the way to get in. Besides, because it's you were watching, right?
Yeah, I mean, he said he would be clocking his way.
Okay,
in and all that,
so yeah, you're able to get through, and just based on your instincts, are able to get to the library. Being dressed as the robes is a help. You have the robes on.
Mm-hmm.
With you and Triel, kind of act casually when you need to, and stay out of sight when you need to. You guys make it to the library, and you walk up, and as you approach the stairs, you feel a strong resistance against letting you go up those stairs.
To the library or to the 3rd floor?
To the library.
Oh, okay.
We do.
Yeah, like it becomes harder to go up the steps as you get you go up like one step, and it's a little difficult to go up the next step, and it's more like you get to a point where you're like, I cannot physically walk up these stairs.
Like I said, I got good news. I got like I said, I brought help. They're on their way up right now. They'll be here any minute.
Already.
Yeah, they were waiting.
She's kind of like she's starting to panic a little bit, and she's like, okay, and she runs over to the stairs. As she starts coming down the stairs, she grabs your hand, Gareth,
mm-hmm.
and you immediately feel the burden lift. Like as soon as she touches you, you walk up.
Well, all right then.
No problem. You as well, Trio.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize because we were kind of holding hands on the way up. I mean, so...
Well, either that or
Right,
she.
they call it.
So you guys get up to the library, and it's a library. There's lots of books. There's a few people studying with books open, and you guys are kind of in a back room of that library.
Okay, chill. Good news. Everything's going completely according to plan. We're gonna go ahead and make the move now. I know we're kind of speeding things up a little bit, but it seems Lexa's realized kind of the danger that she's in, and she's willing to work with us to help get her out of here.
Sounds great.
Totally playing us up to be
I don't know
heroes
if
in
we
this.
should do this, guys. I don't know if we should do this. This is crazy.
You really want me to roll more dice? Lexa, look, it's
No,
really...
you don't need to roll more dice. she's just having doubts. And, even with the persuasion, she seems like she's still going through it.
I get the doubts. I understand, but you're gonna feel so much better when the burden of this place has been lifted from you.
Lexa.
Yeah.
Sorry. My Alexa just triggered.
I'm not the only one.
God damn it. I'm just gonna be like, hey, my friend Marcus or Jonathan, whatever you want to call him. He deals in imports and exports, and I know he's told you that.
Yeah.
He's done this before. He knows what he's doing. He's really good at reading these situations.
Yeah, but wait, so Marcus, you're seriously telling me that there's a place I can still continue studying?
Marcus.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was trying to type something. Yeah, no, 100%. I promise.
Okay,
I'll
and
get
Garrett,
you out of here.
you think this can work?
Yeah.
What about you, Lady Samata? Why are you even so confused? I don't understand.
There's a whole world waiting out there for you.
Ah,
Opportunities.
Sounded like some motivational poster shit right there.
I am. Like vague, kind of cryptic. Just hang in there.
hang in there. All right, I think we're gonna leave it at that, guys.
Fair.
No, that's solid. That's a midnight run. That was good and right, like good cliffhanger. And God, I wish we could play more than once every other week.
Sorry.
All
right, I'll be right back. But
Okay.
We're gonna stop for now.
All right.
Well, everybody wave goodbye to the internet. Thanks,
Goodbye,
guys,
internet.
for coming out. We'll be back with
Bye.
Ebonclad next
Goodbye.
Wednesday. Not this coming Wednesday, but the next one after
I'm
that.
not gonna lie.
We will continue on. So,
I will wait till
night,
you're done.
everyone.